YouTube? What up? What up? How is it going? Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yo, what up? I need to get used to this still. You guys need to let me know if the sound is too low, too high. Mic is okay. Mic is too low. Mic is too high. I don't even know. I'm still getting used to all the sound stuff. But we got a few cool things in the making already. I kind of changed up the lights a little bit. I definitely think that light is way too low. That kind of should do the trick. But yeah, the lights here were crazy high. I was coming out in videos and recordings like super pale, so I had to change things up a little bit. Am I migrating? Yes. I am migrating. I'm officially leaving No Kingdom. I'm not migrating. What are you talking about? Who's migrating where? How did you even start with migrating? What? How do you even... What? No, I have no plans on migrating. I have no clue what even migrating means right now. At this point, I am in full-blown chill mode in two kingdoms. One of them being this kingdom, Kingdom 2, and the other one being in 401. 401, 0 crits. Ronnie got 0 crits in his crafting season session. That's why I took a little bit to start streaming. I was watching Ronnie craft his legendaries and have an unfortunate failure out there. No, not enough white non-critted. What he needs to do is he needs 4 white non-critted, and then he needs to crit 3 whites in a row, and after that he needs to crit a green and then go back to critting a white one, and only then he's guaranteed 100% no BS legendary crits. Okay, you just got to try it. You need to get 10 non-critted white pieces. Okay, go try it. But yeah, it was a fun thing to watch. It's unfortunate. It's going to be us in a little bit. Because listen, we're on the grind. Hey, Kami to the bing. Not migrating anywhere. I am not going anywhere. I'm enjoying my time in both kingdoms that I'm at. I got me for a moment. Why would I leave? Webcam is low. What? I'm confused. I'm gutted for Ronnie. It happens. It happens more than you think. It happens a lot more than you think. Pulling a chiskel is a regular for a majority of people. The gray stuff works. Yeah, of course it does. Of course it does. I believe in the fairy in the tooth fairy too, and in Santa Claus. It works every time. It worked when I was a kid, you know? Just keep believing. It's called RNG. RNG. Nothing you can do about RNG, my man. Nothing. Nothing you can do about RNG. I can literally tell you how that script is written. And it has absolutely nothing to do with what you did before or after. If it did, Rise of Kingdoms would be one of the heaviest, craziest, slowest game in the world. Can you imagine having to keep record of every single event that someone did and then correlate previous events to current events? You know how many times, you know how easy it would be to hack that? Every single craft is an individual, independent event. And it's based on random number generation. And it doesn't matter what you say. Because correlating events is not a thing. You don't correlate independent events. Way too heavy, too expensive. Too easy to hack. So no, it's got nothing to do with anything. You can literally take your shoe off, put it on your head, and then make sure you put your mouse on the ground and tap it with your third toe from the left, depending on which foot you use. Spoiler alert, it's the same toe no matter which foot you use. But anyway, close one eye, pray to 6 different gods, and then click, and you might have a chance. ASMR Gecko? I mean, we could. We really could. Destro, I don't know who. Lots of grains on the screen. I think you have an internet issue. Unless more of you are having those issues. Correlation is not causation. I mean, it's called a fallacy. How does it go? Post hoc ergo propter hoc. That's right. That's how it goes. Post hoc ergo propter hoc. It's literally a fallacy. Like, it's a thing. People believe that because Y happened before X. Because I got 4 times whites that are not special talented, and then I got a special talented legendary, therefore, the 4 behind it were the reason. For crying out loud. For crying out loud, man. For crying out loud. Give me a break. It's a logical fallacy. Don't be a fallible person. Music, or I'm trying. You're not wrong there. You are not wrong there on the music department. That might be a little loud. Apologies in advance. Shuffle. What are you looking like? Don't blow out their eardrums, please. Thank you. That looks okay. Let me know. Volumes. Oh, Lord. I hate these patrols. The patrols are the ones that do the most damage. I'm a non-whale. Just got talented in 5551. Nice, Ransom. Do I leave him there? Yes. Absolutely, you can leave him there. Leave him there. Move on. You don't need him expertise. Especially if you don't have the legendary sculptures to spare. Let's put it this way. What on earth are you? And why are you attacking? Why can I not? Okay. You're there. Where's your picture? I usually target the thing's picture, but there's no picture here. So I thought that wasn't even there. What do you know? A bit louder. Like that. Is that too loud now? I feel like that's a little too loud. I might be wrong. Am I drunk? No. I'm tired. Yes. I am tired. I did my first vaccine the other day, and it kind of knocked me down a little bit, so I took a few days off just to relax and do my thing. The video looks slightly grainy to you too. Well, it is raining cats and dogs out there. I mean, it's literally going crazy outside. So there is a slight chance my connection is bad today. I'm seeing us going at 6,000 kilobits per second. I don't know how much you guys are catching. Do you think a pity timer would be good? What do you mean? I can hear you perfect when you talk. Isn't that a good thing though? Queen Lucy with a $2 super chat asking how my day's been. My day's been all right. I've been off of work, kind of like taking a little bit of time off, doing more in-game stuff, editing more, doing the Pokemon stuff. The Pokemon channel is going to launch, I believe, tomorrow. We're going to start posting there. And so I'll announce it on Discord and whatnot. We're doing the Galactic Gecko channel, which... you guys want to go join that, you're more than welcome. We hit 100 subs. Kind of crazy that we made a new channel and got to 100 subs that quickly. But yeah, we're doing a lot of things, and I kind of lost track of my time and everything, so I took a few days off kind of to reset. And yeah, ever since, the galaxy's been killing me. Things are happening all the time in Infinite Galaxy, Nebula 14 going strong. We're going to stream some of that tomorrow, show y'all where we stand. We have some ups, downs, lefts, and rights, challenges all over the place. A good reminder why I don't want to be a leader in a game. But in here, we're leading a family of alliances with a group of awesome people who are part of leadership of 5 different alliances that across the board are really just dominating everything. And so things are crazy. Things are crazy. I don't know how I'm gonna work. Like, I'm actually still behind at work. I'm probably gonna take tomorrow off too, just to catch up on work. And then I need to figure out how I balance my life, because things are getting out of hand very quickly. Daniel, it doesn't matter. You can literally hit 10 crits and not even understand where the hell is the left side and where the hell is the right side on the screen. It's got nothing to do with anything. Let me tell you something, Daniel. Someone with your exact name, his name is Daniel too, went on a skin gambling site, okay, with $100 of CSGO skins. He put his thing in a roulette type thing, where the more money you put in, the bigger of the slice of the board you own. And then it RNG'd a number, and his $100 somehow became $8,000, right? His $8,000 then became $11,000 by him winning and losing and winning and losing, but he made it all the way up to $11,000, right? His $100 to $8,000 or $7,000, I don't remember if it's $8,000 or $7,000. On the first hit, he was so sure he had realized how the pattern works in terms of how the numbers get picked in the RNG, that he would put certain bets and certain things at certain times, thinking he'd get a different slice. Listen, RNG is RNG, homie. You hit it once, you hit it twice, you might hit it 10 times and think you're the king of the earth. But then it hits you back. It hits you back. There is this thing called the law of big numbers, which essentially what it says is that the more times you try it, the more closer to reality you'll get. So someone can have 4 attempts and go 4 for 4 in procs, and then the next 50 attempts will have nothing, right? And that's essentially where we're all headed for. Those of us with a little bit more luck will end up seeing less results, and those of us with a little less luck will end up seeing more results until we get closer and closer to the median, really. It's just the question is, how lucky do you get in the beginning? Majority of us are not, including myself, are not going to even make it close when it comes to legendaries to hit that median. I was wondering if we should implement a threshold. How would we implement a threshold? I'm so confused. A certain threshold of non-crits that would give you a crit no matter what. I don't think that that'd be necessarily a good idea. I think that at the end of the day, raise up all the crit percentages and let the game do what the game does, right? There is no, I don't think that you should, like, it's like saying a pity crit, right? Oh, you didn't crit 5 times, okay, you're guaranteed 1, because people will abuse it, and now they'll get 5 items, hope and pray they don't crit them, and on the 5th one they'll put whatever item is the best item they can guarantee themselves a crit for. I think that honestly all it needs is a little more of a percentage of a chance to crit. And I'll tell you what, if you really want to go that far, I would say the more legendaries you craft, or the more legendaries you have available that you've already crafted, the harder it gets to crit. That could be a little bit more interesting, because now you're forcing people to potentially dismantle legendaries, which nobody wants to do because it's expensive. Like, why would I give up half of the legendary materials for no real reason? But now if you tell someone that their chances to crit are higher if they dismantle their non-critted equipment, they might go for it. So I think that at least got to raise the crit level at the beginning. And then if you want to play with it so that it's a little bit more fair, quote unquote, make it a very high chance in the first item. And then as it goes down, the more legendaries you make, the harder it is to get crit. I think that's a fair balance, right? Like a pity crit. It sounds like you're essentially telling someone here, you're guaranteed this. Which changes to the game would make me quit? The right people quitting the game. If enough of the right people quit the game, that could make me quit. But mechanics wise, like there's very little Lilith can do to disappoint me per se, because I understand them and I know what they're doing. I've played these games before, and I'll keep playing them after as well. This is not my first time doing this. I see where they're going. I know what they're trying to do. For me, I understand why they do what they do. I don't think that to an extent, they made certain decisions and certain priorities that are company priorities, and it is what it is, right? I look at the game as a game, right? And the mechanics of it are great. I like how this game runs. I like what this game does. I like the majority of how this game is played. Of course, the lag is terrible and KVKs are sometimes tough and all that. Of course. But at the end of the day, we're still playing this game, right? It has some of the funnest mechanics and I enjoy my time. So as long as I'm having fun, I don't see myself leaving. There's no change that Lilith can make to stop me from having fun if the right people are involved. Even if they make, I don't know, Heroic Anthem tech even more expensive, I will just do less. But being surrounded with the right people is really what matters. Do you think an item that upgrades a legendary to special talent would be good, or to terrible business accident? You never guarantee something. The moment you guarantee something, then what's the point of the RNG? Right? Because everybody and their grandma are just going to go for the their guaranteed outcome and not have a little bit of an RNG involved. The whole point is RNG. Nice, Hamza. Cool. The migration to 401 actually happened. I haven't gotten to meet too many people yet. I honestly have no idea who the new people are. I've been completely off. Kind of like after KVK ended, I just took like a step back from just completely even. I've been logging in and doing my dailies and gathering, and my 3 farms are active and all that stuff, right? Talking in chat, all that stuff. But like my drive to log in and start like grinding the game has gone down a little bit because of a very, 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 very exhausting KVK. It was a really, really hard KVK, and it hit us really hard. It hit us really, really hard. And I don't regret it at all. I think it was one of the best decisions ever to play the KVK the way we did. But now we have hospitals that are full, and I don't want to use more healing speed up. So I'm like, I'm like a week. I'm disabled for like a week until I finish healing 390 cheapest spots I had, and then heal a little bit more so I have space in my hospital. Nice. Sweet. Special boost. Let's go. So let's kill this real quick. But anyway, that account is kind of stuck. I'm just gathering. I can't do anything beyond that. All right. Which I'm okay with. I'm completely fine with. I'm okay with taking a little bit of a break. But we're maintaining our goals, and our goals are actually very hefty. Our goals for both accounts are super hefty, chat. So I have this spreadsheet on this monitor right here that I want to show you. Okay, well, I'm not going to show you. I'm going to tell you kind of like what the plan is. So in both accounts, the number one goal right now, the number one goal for both accounts is 4 legendary pieces, which means cavalry and archer sets. 4 pieces of both sets, at least. So for the big account, we're talking the weapon, the helmet, the shoe, the gloves. We're also going to make the door, the infantry weapon, and the horn. That's the 6 legendaries we plan on making. Plus, we got a few epics that we're going to try to special talent. But those 6 alone, we are 1,200 epic materials away from being able to do it. Okay, so remember today, if you guys want to keep track of it, I wrote down exactly what the date is of when I collected this data. So I'm going to give you guys, I'm not going to keep up with it every week, but I'll kind of tell you how the growth worked out. Or 1,200 epic materials away from being able to complete that list. Now, There, you can say 1200. That is crazy. Remember, we're making 10 materials every 3 hours. We're also hunting barbarians, which doesn't give materials anymore, apparently. We're doing whatchamacallit, daily quests, which give us materials. We're doing Sunset Canyon, which gives us materials. We're doing events, which give us materials. And we have Ian's Ballads coming in a few days, and Ian's Ballads, like we did all of these, which gave us materials. We have Ian's Ballads, I believe, in a couple of days, right? And that gives a bunch of epic, and we're getting more materials right now by doing these bosses. So we're getting materials, okay? There we go. Ooh, what we got? Come on, get away. Did we kill both at the same time? We did. Now, let's try to pull the tank to be the one that takes the damage. No legendaries, huh? Wow, what a bummer. Not a single legendary. A ton of Dark Lord's blessings. Oh, it's one delane. There's one, 2 delanes. That's a little bit very disappointing. Not gonna lie to you. A little bit very disappointing. We definitely needed more. But that's about our luck. Why not the Heroic Anthem Hammer? I don't want to go with the whatchamacallit, the big items just yet. 150 materials. That's a lot of materials. We're working at it the same way we worked at it previously, which is, first of all, make sure we have the basics covered down and then go for better options. And our basics need to be the legendary sets, in my opinion, at the very least. So I guess we grab all of these just for the hell of grabbing these. I guess. Let me see. Medic. Where's Medic? Who Medic? Rise of Kingdoms is life. True. How much did I spend on Heroic Anthem in 401? I believe I spent about $500, but I didn't spend smart. I bought a full bundle of the regular crystals bundle, which I don't recommend doing. I definitely recommend waiting for Mountain Warfare and picking up 2 of those over picking up one that isn't Mountain Warfare and one that is. If I would have done that, I'd have better tech for sure. The pop-up bundles are important, and I would honestly say you can go as far as keeping a bunch of your Kahars until later stages. And only when you level up your Kahar skills, only then you pop Kahars and get the chests for the best crystal output you can get. So I've heard of people that got better research levels than I did with the same amount of spending, but in a better, more optimized way. So I think that that's a good thing. It's positive. And they're going to make it even cheaper now. So hopefully with $500, I would say I'm hoping that you can smash all that research and it wouldn't be as terribly crazy to have to special to get it done. You know what I mean? But I'm looking to go on the aggressive. I'm looking to go on the aggressive big time. We want to get Nebuchadnezzar. We want to start pounding through the Zenobias. We're going to make a Zenobia video tomorrow. A bunch of you have been asking me a ton of questions about Zenobia. I've been getting a lot of messages asking about her skills, why we picked certain talents and all that. So we'll go over that and kind of over pairs of commanders that can be very successful against Zenobia. One thing I can tell you already is that there are commanders out there that are able to handle Zenobia before Nebuchadnezzar, right? So the thing is, Zenobia has a couple of weaknesses, but the best commanders to get it done with have been commanders that weren't necessarily commanders that were favorably looked at for quite some time. So they were commanders that existed in the pool, but not necessarily as liked as other commanders, we'll call it that. And so some folks have them, and there were 2 or 3 situations in which we actually did get murked. And I mean, we didn't burn. I didn't lie to you guys that we didn't burn, but we did. One of our 5 burns, we actually got destroyed by a couple of pairs. So, have I seen BlueStacks 5? No, I have not. I don't really use BlueStacks. They actually got mad at me the other day. They actually got mad at me the other day. What's up, Doug Light Years? How's it going, man? How's it going, chat? If you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to drop a like on it. And for the record, I was telling you about the plans of the accounts, right? The jumper account is actually going to do something more endeavorous. This is going to be a big challenge for the jumper account, because the jumper account is actually going for and is going to one up the big account when it comes to equipment. And the only reason for that is because we didn't craft that much at all last time. So I have a lot more materials on standby here than I do on the big account, which we crafted with a few months back. So on this account, we do have a decent amount of equipment materials, definitely more than on the other account. And in here, the advantage is that unlike on the other account, on the big account, which I currently only have one type of material, a good chunk of that I'm producing. In here, as you can see, I've been producing for quite some time. I got a ton of these in here too. So on the jumper account, we're actually holding about almost, believe it or not, 400 gold materials in forms of like loose materials, which are not all of these, which are all of these loose materials. We have a bunch of these in here. And then on top of that, we have choosem chests. We end up with roughly 388 legendary materials right now. And that keeps growing more and more. So for the jumper account, the true challenge became how can we one up the next crafting video, right? The next crafting stream has to be nutty, right? We did the same thing with the big account. We got to step it up on the jumper. So the jumper is actually aiming at doing the weapon, glove, shoe, and helmet of the cavalry set. That's not 100% confirmed. Is it the cavalry set that we're doing? No, we're not doing cavalry set like this, because we don't want to do the door in here. But we're going to pretty much do all of the 6 legendaries if we can of the cavalry set. And then the ring. I was reading the wrong line. And then the ring on top of that. And to one up even further, we're also aiming at making a full epic set for infantry. So a full epic set including a Sakura Fubuki, Quinsoul, Frost Treads, Witch's Lineage, Karak Humility, a full epic set for infantry, and a full cavalry legendary set. So that's the goals that we're setting for these 2 accounts. Now, for all that to take place, we are going to need about 554 more epic materials on this account. So on this account, we're sitting on a good amount. We're sitting on over 1,500 epic materials right now out of the 2,100 we need. And we're counting in epic materials just because we're making epic equipment. So it would make more sense to speak in that terminology than legendaries. You think 5 epic equipments on KVK1 is a good pace to have? Yes, Blue. Absolutely. If you can get your first or even your second epic set going, the more of them, the quicker, the better. But make sure you have some blues and greens while you're working on your epics. Which commander will come in the wheel after Khan? Alexander the Great. It is someone you must expertise next after you expertise YSG. Abu. Alexander is amazing. Alexander is someone you want to have. We need to bring all these guys back. We got a ton more. We got a ton more of these to go. Because I knew that we were going to stream, you know what I'm saying? So I went to the far one off stream, and then we started with some bang right there. We have this one to catch, and then I think we're going to teleport and grab these two too. I mean, nobody's doing these. We've been doing them for on stream for quite a few times now. We keep catching them as they cycle in and out. Someone's been doing others by the looks of it, or this is the beginning of the cycle and was just getting started. But the 4 up here, I've been just every single time just sitting by, and either last time we did those 2 first and then it came up here. I don't see Achilles. He is still here, by the way, but I haven't seen him too much. I saw him in Arc. He logged in on Arc. We played Arc this week. But I don't see him actively doing these. So for me, the more barbarian strongholds we can catch, the better off. We're trying to get like low-key. Not gonna lie to you, I'm down to get like 10, 15 Delanes. I'm looking to get as many Delane blueprints as I can get my hands on, pretty much. I've realized the mistake is to think you have enough Delanes. You can never have enough Delane blueprints. Never. Never. And so for as long as I'm in a kingdom like K2 where people are less inclined to do all this, I'm absolutely going to do as many of them as I can while I can. Because the lanes are worth it, chat. Listen. The lanes are such an important blueprint to have. You can always try to re-crit it for a different crit. There is no such thing as like, oh, I have 5 cavalry Delanes, I'm set. No. You can have 5 cavalry Delanes, 5 infantry Delanes, 5 archer Delanes, and 5 leadership Delanes too. And that wouldn't be like exaggeratedly crazy. I mean, I don't think you should have more than 3 of said march, but you could in theory. You know what I mean? So Delanes are always good. Always good. And they're not as hard to get as silent trials, right? They're not as hard to get at silent trials for sure. I can confirm that I've been getting Delanes more than I've been getting silent trials. That's for hella sure. But I'm also not trying to get silent trials because they're that hard. But even then, with the way you can get Delanes, if you're in a kingdom where you can, trust me when I tell you, just keep doing these over and over and over and get as many Delanes as you can. I think attack and defense is better stat for infantry since a lot of infantry commanders give more health stats than attack and defense. Doug Light Years, I can agree with a little bit of what you said. I wouldn't go with defense. If that was the case, I'd go with attack. But to an extent, I can agree with you. I would go with attack in the case of infantry, though, not defense. Open field, which one should I go for first? Trial or Delane? Listen, I'm honestly thinking go Delanes all over the place. I understand why people like the silent trial. Obviously, the silent trial is great, but with a incoming 5% incoming counterattack damage, I mean, it depends what you're hitting, honestly, because a normal attack decreases 10% of your. It really doesn't matter, to be honest with you, either or. I would say that the lane is just easier to get. I would get both. If you can get a silent trial got out first, do it. But the lanes are just as good as far as I'm concerned. Drops have been terrible for pendants. Purple boss dropping grains endlessly. I agree, Mark. 1000 bajillion%. We just got a purple boss that I don't even know where his drops went or why they became a reality. I don't even know what we got as a bonus for killing him. Nothing. Okay, this is nice. See, that's what we're out here for too. Nothing. Like, look at this. Oh yeah, Dark Lord's Blessings all over the place. Thank you. I definitely don't need it. I'm here for the lanes. Anyone in K2 wants Dark Lord's Blessings, PM me and I'll stop picking them up. I'll stop picking them up because I don't really need them. We're going for a legendary chest piece for cavalry, which means we're going to have a spare chest piece for cavalry, right? Because we already have one that has been procced. That is the this right here. So if I put the legendary in Attila, then I have one more of these. Like, why do I need more of another special talent? And you know what? Even if I need another special talent, I already have 2 blueprints available. And you keep getting them from 1,000 different places that are not this damn freaking guys. So, I mean, I'll pick them up, but don't really need it, do we? What's up, Kirk? How you doing, man? Kirk, every time I see you, it reminds me I also need to make sure our colony in space is still alive. Our space endeavor. Chat, we've been having a lot of fun in Infinite Galaxy. If you guys want to try out the game again, !Galaxy. We'll give you a link. That tells them that you downloaded it through us. Helps out the channel a little bit. You can always come join us in the Galactic Gecko new YouTube channel. We're having a blast doing this, honestly. I'm really looking... I think that things are going to go crazy in this nebula very fast. We're mounting to be a powerhouse, and... I mean, a little bit of diplomatic cracks here and there can cause some interesting scenarios. Which could be cool. These ROK players ready to go slay stuff if needed. But I think that we're not going to need it. I think that our nebula is going to be sick and it's going to work together well. I think the thing I don't like about the Silent Child, apart from the fact that it never drops, is the word can in the description. I tend to agree with that. I definitely tend to agree with that. Very much so. Did the music stop? What on earth are we listening to? Put these on. I have to go through the video is so creepy of that song that I kind of have to. I feel like you're cheating on us with Galaxy? Nah. Absolutely not. I'm actually... It's loud now. I'm definitely not, but I can tell you that I have been enjoying the Galaxy as a little bit of a break from Rise of Kingdoms. But I have been doing so many things on the accounts at the same time. You know how hard it is to maintain 3-4 farms in a kingdom like 401? It's just ridiculous. Sending farms out all the time, bringing them back home. Getting the resources we gotta get. We gotta plan a growth path. We gotta start growing again. I haven't even shown you guys the big account. You can go on it while we march home. How much longer do we have? A couple of minutes. We definitely open the big account. Show you guys what's going on there. We can't do jack diddly squat there because my freaking hospitals are full. I'm not going to empty my hospitals, spend more speed ups to empty my hospitals so I can hunt barbs and just, you know, be a free individual at this stage. I'm just going to wait. I have another account to take care of. And I have a Galaxy to rule, you know what I'm saying? You have 8 farms. Oh, hell no. Yo, XCXCX12. What's up, dude? What up, what up? All right, big account time real quick. Hello. 81 million power. We're healing a bunch of spots. We're just waiting how much longer? Any second now. There it is. So in 2 days and 18 hours, we'll clean out, I think, enough, right? Yeah, enough of my hospital will get cleared out so that I can start doing things. I just went for the cheapest, quickest, fastest spots I can just get rid of open. Other than that, again, producing materials out the wazoo. All that we care for is to produce as many materials as we can right now. On top of all that, you know what I'm saying? We're doing all of our things. VIP was already purchased. Everything is there. We're just gathering crazy amounts. And we finished up the event. Made it to level 25 on both accounts, by the way. So that was very, very fun and lucrative right there for us. Lots and lots and lots of sculptures, of course. We had to do that recharge rewards. Yes, I know. Everybody in there. Stop spending stuff. I understand. I get it. I'm I'm a bad influence, I guess. 342 sculptures is what we sit on right now, just chilling. We're just on straight up chill mode. You can see sitting here, my farm up here. Another one of the farms is sniping more this way, so it's chilling right here. And then there is another one sniping further up on the top, you know what I'm saying? So when you search, proximity search, if you put them a little bit further away from each other, they'll see different things. So there is one like somewhere up here. I don't even remember where it sits. Oh no, I think the other one is down. Down this way. Or somewhere in here. It sits somewhere in here. And it snipes stuff all over the place. So this is that. That is this. So it should be up on the top. Yeah. But we have all 4 farms now all over this area. Just straight up gathering. There it is. Right there. So straight up gathering all over the place. Doing what we got to do. And it's just like, it's just chill mode, right? Chill mode, chill mode, chill mode. There's nothing that we need to do. We saved the 2 coins to make a purchase next KVK. We have 67k coins left to spare. We are ready if VIP 18 comes. That would be cool. First time ever we can just pop up a VIP. I hope I have enough, right? There isn't that much in here. There's like 265k, 315k, 355k, probably like 375k, 385k. Let's say 395 to 400k. So I could still need more VIP points to make it to VIP 18. That'd be kind of sad. When it comes to everything, like we got this out of somewhere. I have no idea where we got this from. I believe it was a KVK reward. Kind of neat. We'll use that at some point. Materials wise, we're doing all right. As I mentioned to you all, we have one item secured, and that is the helmet. The legendary archer's helmet is secured. We have it in lockdown right there. And now we're working towards the weapon, the gloves, and the shoes. All of them are going to get done. All of them are going to get done. Shouldn't be a big deal. We'll go take care of you momentarily. You got another one of these to go to. Do you think it's worth a free-to-play player to work towards a legendary gear? If so, what? No, you shouldn't. You should work towards... You shouldn't work towards legendary gear. You should work towards having full epic special talented sets for your 5 marches. So we got a 4-minute march with our slowest march. Gotta get going. Let's get going, you know what I'm saying? Chat, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to drop a like. I believe Ronnie is also streaming tonight. I was watching his stream before we fired up ours, because he was going to craft some equipment. Didn't have too much luck, unfortunately. He didn't use the secret weapon, chat. The way that always works, guaranteed 100% HLTV confirmed type thing. Like, expertise, Charles Theodora, good city defense? Yes, Nick. Absolutely. Charles with Theo, great pair. Charles with Theo, great pair. You don't need YSS or Xeno, technically. The second best pair you could have had before, the best pair before Xeno came out was Charles Theo. Hello Gecko, is expensive Charles Theo? Again, I answer that. How many points you speculate will cost VIP 17 to 18? Probably 1.5 million, if not more. To spice it up further, but that's what it was between 16 and 17, right? 1.5 if I'm not mistaken. I think it's how many farm accounts do I have? I have 3. $50k reserves was from the 7k event. Nice, that's good to know. Constantine Xeno or Charles Martel Xeno? I wouldn't put Xeno secondary. And I wouldn't do either. You could go Xeno Charles Martel if you'd like. But I would try to put some AoE on your on your garrison. Should I invest in Charles as a low spender infantry player? Sin? I don't think so. Charles will come naturally. It'll take some time, but Charles will come naturally. You have many ways to invest into Charles that is not necessarily investing into Charles. I think that you're better off going with that like Alexander, YSG than Alexander, then go for Guan. Get your Richard up to like 5511, but Charles will come with time. Seabass85, thank you for subscribing to the new channel. I see you. I see you. I got the message that you subscribed to the Galactic Gecko channel. I see it. Appreciate you. Now we're trying to start a new channel as well. That way I can kind of keep you guys clean with the Rise of Kingdom stuff, so I don't cheat on you. That way I have 2 wives. Have I tried Infinity Kingdom? I have not. I have not tried Infinity Kingdom. I've seen a lot of Infinity Kingdom though. I have seen a lot of Infinity Kingdom. Yo, what's up? Just me anyway. Yo. Is 5511 Charles Martel good for free to play? You can get him to 5511, yeah, but of course you want to keep leveling him up as you get sculptures of him, right? 800 day plus account and still no Max Charles. It happens, Stitch. It does happen. It does happen. 800 and some days pay to win account and still missing a ton of legendaries. It does happen. But I have a boatload of Charles Martels, a boatload of Cao Cao's. I'm 30 million free to play player. Also 309 days. Is that good? Nice. Odane, keep playing, keep growing, do your thing. Cheater. Am I a cheater? Thank you, Marias. I hope you're serious, because I've heard myself, and I don't know if it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. I kind of like the fact that it's like very clear, but it's still not like perfected. I think that there's more tweaking that needs to be done with it. But I don't know if like when people say that it's nice, that it's good, it's not good. I don't know if they're being sarcastic, if it's actually like weird, because I think it sounds a little bit weird, but then again, I think my voice sounds weird in general, so that's not new. Nobody likes to hear themselves, right? Does YSS Martel work? YSS Martel does work, but again, I would have Theodora if possible. You don't see the new channel? Exclamation mark, new channel. There you go. It sounds really clean. Nice. Now that was the idea. This is the ultimate like proper top mic, and it came I'm using a Go XLR mixer with it, and the Go XLR software needs like you have like full control of how you sound, like 100% like crazy mixer level sound that I never really bothered, tweaking my own voice. David, thank you for subscribing to the other channel as well. I appreciate you. Yeah, I got that mail too. Yeah, I'm here. I see it. But anyway, the mixer is sitting right here, and that's why I asked you about levels of music, because I literally like messed with the mixer to get you guys all the levels and all that. But it's also like what I use for my own sound on my computer, and like my whole system changed because of this mixer. So I gotta get used to. I can't just preset it to a level for stream, because I'm using it on the day-to-day too, to record and stuff like that. So I'm trying to learn the new equipment as we go by. We also have all the little like sound effects and stuff like that come with the mixer, which we will find some use for one day. I need to play with them a little bit to learn them, and then I'll find usability for them for sure. Add a little bit of fun audio. And I can always cuss and just go, know what I'm saying? But that's just obnoxiously loud, right? That is just obnoxiously loud. Thank you, Blue. Ali, what's up? What's up? Going into KVK2 right after restart, my commanders are Khan 5422, Saladin 5551, YSG 5421, Richard 5511, all epics maxed. Who should I pair with whom? You should keep working on your YSG first really badly and then go for your... And then start working on Alex. Who should you pair who with why and where? Oh lordy. You can go Saladin Khan, although not the craziest situation, but you could Saladin Khan. You could do Sun Tzu Richard, or Richard Sun Tzu would work too if he's a level 60. You can do Ethelfled YSG, which would be kind of nutty, but it could still work. If you have Ethelfled out there, you could also literally take like Eulogy YSG full infantry if you want to do that. There's a little bit of play you can have here. But your commanders are kind of all over the place. Oh, Lord. We're getting wrecked by this. That's what's really frustrating. Got to get this out of here. I wasn't paying attention to the board. And there we're getting attacked all over the place. Do this. Where's the other guys? Okay, well, we're going to come this way then. I have you through the radio in the ambulance. I told my partner you're a Rise of Kingdoms talk radio. Wait, what? Saladin Ethelfled is nice in KVK2, swarming flags with rallies. That is true. I like that Saladin Ethelfled idea. It reminds me a little bit of a nerfed William, but still does the job. You could break those apart, right? You could literally like... Oh, you can even... The crazy thing is, because your Khan and YSG are not in the great shape, maybe you can go instead Saladin Khan... Wow. Sun Tzu YSG for a crazy AoE march. You can then go Saladin Ethelfled. And then Eulogy Richard Eulogy full infantry. Pelagius Khan full cav. And then Lord knows what else is left there. That should give you a little bit of an indication. There's a lot you can do, technically. If you want to mix up our infantry, legendaries with epics. It's a lot you can do. But the question is how many troops of what type you have. How many marches of what you want to field, too. You could try to get a crazy archers march somewhere in the way. One thing we found out is that by the end of KVK and 401, we had a ton of archers left. So next KVK, thankfully, is very heavy on archers, but... Remember to train the correct troops for the correct times, right? What's the meta, really? In the majority of cases, archers are not the meta, so anywhere you can put the archers to do work is a good thing. Believe it or not, building archer rally leaders and archer marches and stuff like that is super lucrative because they're not very useful anywhere else. So when you need to zero people, when you need to, you know, you're in a hard KVK, but you need to zero people, you need to fight, you're like, okay, well, we need our calves for cavalry rallies to achieve stuff. We're not going to do it till Takeda doesn't kill off our cavalry for zeroing cities. So people start zeroing cities with archers just for the sake of having, of not wasting the premium material, right? So I can tell you that rally leaders that are archer rally leaders, archer equipment, and archer meta is finally found itself a spot within the Rise of Kingdoms world, because the reality always was that archers were the loose cannon that had no usability. For the first time, Lilith gave him a purpose when they brought out Artemisia. And Artemisia YSG at the time could hold off Atel Takeda because the equipment differentials were not really that impactful. As time went on, equipment changed and made Artemisia YSG hold against Natal Takeda just unbearable. But that was the first time archers had a true meaning in Rise of Kingdoms, right? And now archers are refinding a meaning in Rise of Kingdoms, which is their job is to be able to break that infantry garrison that the cavalry are not able to penetrate. And while you're at it, the cavalry and infantry are going to do the majority of the field fighting, while the archers are going to be your support marches. So you want to make sure someone can rally support marches. You know what I mean? Because if you can rally archers and you can zero cities and do like proper work with legendary equipment and all that on archers, you have a lot of usability. A lot more than you think. A lot more than you used to. I have an Alex expertise, but I don't have YSG. Do you prefer going for Guan back for after? No, go for YSG. YSG, 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 YSG. You're not gonna regret it. You're not gonna regret it, I'm telling you. What's up, Angry Chicken? Hey, Gecko, do you think I should migrate to KVK2 for my account? Semi after KVK after semi AFK for 1 year, or just stay in her account? I've got my max Alex YSG Guan 5131 750 gold heads to spare. I think you should chill for a little bit. Don't take your KVK, you know, the most serious on earth. Try to figure out what you want to do with yourself. Build a new plan for your account, which commanders you want to go for, what you want to do, what do you want to play the game, right? Like at what level you want to play the game. And once you've figured all that out with yourself, like what you want to do, then see what your options are, right? Don't just go somewhere to get somewhere if you're just gonna semi-AFK for another year, because then, you know, you might waste your only opportunity to leave a kingdom or something like that. So figure out what you want to do. You want to go crazy ham with what you got and screw it? You want to build for a long term? Almost like the beginning of Rise of Kingdoms, troop type fighting each other was correct. Just cavalry beats everything. Not just cavalry beats everything. Cavalry still beats everything to an extent. It always did, if you think about it. It held up until Tel Takeda. Infantry did manage to stop cavalry, and then until Takeda kind of broke everything. I can't argue with you about that. That's for hella sure. But I think that the purposes of these have become more clear. Archers to kind of crack the infantry out, cavalry to be the main fighting force, and infantry being the main garrison force. Of course, there are ways, there are like creative ways to utilize infantry, to utilize archers and stuff like that for more usability, right? Obviously, Guan, Herald, Guan Alex, Herald Alex, rallies and solo field fights and stuff like that are very, 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 very good, right? But it seems like the main objective for infantry is to kind of hold down the cavalry, and the archer's spot was to crack the infantry, but the infantry was never too strong, right? The infantry was never like amazingly crazy that you had to have archers to crack it, like Zenobia is right now, for example. But Zenobia is also crackable with commanders that come before Nebuchadnezzar, by the way. Very, very simple. And commanders that people should have, by the way. So that's a thing. But regardless, now archers come into play as like the type of troops we're training anyway, because we're training troops anyway. But we don't have really use for. So we got to find a use for them. And honestly, I'm not a fan of mixed troop garrisons. I was not a fan of it before 401. 401 kind of were very keen on doing it for maintaining purposes of troops, which kind of, obviously we go into this. But I still don't think that I saw like mixed garrison as like necessarily a positive thing. It's a matter of what the mix is. If there's more infantry than anything else, you'll hold better. If there's less infantry than anything else, you'll hold worse. And so it's too dynamic to know whether it's good or not, but it's more of a, can we just hold and doesn't matter what the cost is. The problem is when you're the guy sending infantry to a mixed march and everybody else is sending sieges, then you're not, it's a problem. I'll tell you that mixed garrison, in my opinion, is a bigger headache and lesser of a of an effective thing than an infantry garrison, because that's what infantry were meant to do. I am still going to work on a leadership set. One of the side goals, if we manage to finish the big goal in this account, is to get a leadership revival set. We're going to try to get a full leadership revival set so we can have leadership equipment for garrison. But I truly don't think that it'll be a thing. Thought he was 80 million. I am 81 on the big account. This is the jumper. This is the jumper. Gang says Motive with a $5 super chat. What's up, Motive? What up? What up? I miss doing this in 401. Not that in 401 I'll ever get blueprints, Motive. I kind of gave up on that one a little while back. I'm on the hunt for Delanes on the jumper. Both accounts have a very aggressive crafting goal. from today on the jumper, we're gonna need to get at least another 554 epic epic materials in general, in order to guarantee that we can get all the equipment we got to get before the upcoming KVK, which Lord knows where it is, when it is. But for the big account, which I know we're going to have a small interval of time. Special boss, baby, let's go! Pog, we got lucky again. But for the big account, our goal is actually 1,200 epic materials. I think I told you this in Alliance chat. We got a special boss. Let's go! Pog. You gave up in 341. I mean, if I can get them done, I will, but there's such a demand in 401 that I'm like, I'm in the lists, I'm on the queues, you know. I'm assuming that I'll get a blueprint somewhere in 2056 or something like that, whenever those queues actually move. I'll tell you this, and you can call me a douche for saying it, but I highly doubt that anyone who is at the front of the line goes, yeah, I got enough blueprints, thanks guys, you can get the next one on to the front. I don't know, so I'm just like, tell us about squad. How's it different than JWM? It's active, it's fun, there's people talking. You can actually have a fun conversation with people. They're active. They're active. That's all I gotta say. Activity is key. All right, boys. We got a legendary. We need a pendant out of this. Mark, I'm looking at you, Mark. Attack boost? Meh. What do I care about those, Lucas? What do I care about those? Here you go, bro. There you go. Come on, legendaries. Come on, legendaries. Squad is fun, man. Squad is a lot of fun. There goes that. Oh, yes! I see one. I see two. Oh. Yes, boy. Let's go. All right. All right. Giggity, giggity, gigs. What are these? Ugh, come on, homie. No! Oh, we needed the lanes. All of these are Dark Lords. I'll take the pendants and the Dark Lords, I guess. Oh my god. It just rained Dark Lord's blessings on us. Do you think Baba will leave JWM? I don't think Baba will leave JWM now. I think he will eventually leave JWM, yes. But I think that he is actively doing everything he can to try to help there. And yeah, I think that they want to build, he wants to help rebuild that kingdom. And so I give him props for trying, and I honestly hope that he manages to do what he's trying to do. But you know what I mean? It takes some experience. Oh my, I hate this screen that it's bugged. It takes a little bit of experience to understand the problem in depth. And Baba knows why I think he's gonna eventually migrate. But I think it's worth a shot, right? I stayed in 59 for long enough because I thought it's worth a shot. So, oh my god. Juan Delane. Does 541 beat Chisco's Kingdom? I don't know. You saw Redline stream with Bunny. What's your thought about it? I heard some of the things that they said. I didn't watch the whole thing. I was streaming at the same time. Their podcast and my regular Saturday stream kind of collide in the times, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. I've listened to some of the things they said. I definitely listened to some of the things they said. I didn't know who Nugget is. I have no clue who the guy is. He seemed to not be a big fan, and then proud of me stepping up or something like that. I don't know. Kind of cool. It's cool to get to hear people's feedback. It's cool to hear people's feedback. Bunny is a funny dude. Bunny is a funny dude. I hope Baba can come to 401. I doubt that'll happen. Maybe 75? Maybe. I doubt that 401 will be a place for Baba, unfortunately. I think that Baba needs a different environment. Bunny and Nugget exposed Baba. I don't know. Oh, everybody and their grandma exposing everybody, and to each their own like approach and view of what this whole situation looks like. I stopped caring. I really do, because everybody sees only the one side. Oh no, come on, frick's sakes. Everybody sees only the one side of the coin and only knows one side of the coin. So I'm like, I don't even care. They can argue, they can fight, drama can ensue. Not for me to be bothered with. Not gonna lie to you. We're doing our thing, we're growing, we're trying to play the game at a more aggressive levels. Top 5 kingdoms in my opinion, I have no idea. But I can tell you that I'm actively working on something, Hamza, that'll answer your question, that question and more about kingdoms very soon. It's one of the projects I've been working on. Why is it different environment in 401 for Baba to compare with 75? I'm not in 75, so I wouldn't know. I'm not in 75, so I wouldn't know. Bunny shared some screenshots on the stream. Again, I didn't watch the whole thing. Bunny and Nugget are funny. They like to banter a lot. That's how it works, man. That's how the world works. You gotta learn how to banter a little bit. Have some fun. Not take everything to heart. Not attack anyone personally, but give him a little bit of that banter love. Get that little bit of the negative humor. It's how it works. I think that it's great. I love banter. You guys know I'm a banterful dude. Personally, I'm a banterful person. Sarcastic banterful person. Yep. I think the environment in 401 wouldn't fit Baba. It'd be primarily because of the things you've seen on Facebook, right? Like, you've seen that Baba and DS don't necessarily see eye to eye. You saw it. I don't need to get in there. And in general, I think that if Baba goes somewhere, he's probably going to go to the mid 200-ish area, to the 200, 300. He wouldn't go as far as the 400s. Although nowadays he could go even to the 600s and not even care, right? Once they make the wheels, choose them for anyone who's in Season of Conquest and above, then it doesn't matter where you are, as long as you have the choose them wheels, essentially. So for Baba, one of the things to keep in mind is that he has all the legendaries already expertise. So for him to go to a younger kingdom means he's just piling sculptures without nothing to do with them, and he already has a ton of them anyway. So it's like, for a while for him, the main issue was to go into younger kingdoms and essentially have to sit there and wait for the new commanders every time. I agree, Hamza. I'm happy for Redline. They figured out a way. That's one of the reasons why 401 is crazy, because they managed to, the 4 of them, or the 3 of them that are from 401, not even from the same alliance, right? Redline came in later with a squad, managed to figure out how to build together a small community and do a podcast. Listen, to sync 3 people at the same time, same day, same time, to stream and all that commitment, that's not easy to find. I can tell you that we've tried it before, and I've had some folks commit, but some big people, some good names, some folks that you all know that just couldn't commit to the ability of doing a podcast once a week consistently for a period of time, and they're doing it. So, hey, props to them. It's not easy. I tell you that much. Oh, for crying out loud, I didn't even tap you. Oh my God. All right, well, you were protecting something. That was definitely a very lucrative barbarian keep, chat. Take a look. We still have goodies coming up on deck, but bam, 2 pendants Down. Marky, what up, homie? 5 Dark Lord's Blessings, and we're still picking up more. We still have 3 epics. 1, 2, and 3. The 1 Delane. 7 Dark Lord's Blessings. Good lord. And we take the shield too, because why the hell not? We can send the infantry marching home. In the meantime, it'll take it longer to get there anyway. Our next destination is going to require us to teleport. We're going to come down, say hi to Achilles, and go fight these 2 forts right down here. Keep the grind going, chat. Keep it. You know what I'm saying? You think that we just sit here and do nothing? Of course not. Grind this game. Day in, day out. Get our blueprints that we need so we can be as topped up as we can. You know how hard it is actually to get the lanes? I can tell you there's a lot of folks out there, big players, whose biggest nightmare are these lanes, and that had full kingdoms just farming these for them and still took them forever to get them. So these lanes are no joke. And as I mentioned earlier, the more lanes you got, the better off you are. You can use 10 blueprints, you can use 50 blueprints. You can really use any blueprints you'd like for the lanes. The more the better, always. Strife is trash? Oh lord. Is it? Valhalla, are you one of the free-to-plays he killed? I have no accessories. Bad, Gucci. Bad. But you're free to play, right? So. You should come to a podcast with them. I've talked to them about this already. They're gonna get a sponsor together so that they can pay me, obviously. You know what I'm saying? My time is important. My time is important, you know what I'm saying? I gotta get paid to do shows, appearances, and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I got three accessories as a free to play. 1 Delane, 1 flag, and 1 dagger. Titch, I was just messing with Gucci. As a free to play player, I think it's good to have 2 Delanes and 1 silent trial. Guys, I was messing with Gucci about the free to play stuff. Obviously, a lot of free to play players out there have accessories available. Is Shinchi okay? He seems to be affected by bullying. Shinchi will be alright. Shinchi will be alright. But people don't realize the things they say online sometimes. There we go. How far are we from being able to TP out of here? 2 minutes? Nah. Damn. Oh, wow. That's right. We were that close. This wasn't too far of a march anyway. Like right there. Perfect. We got stuff to do. Ring of Doom or Dagger for Attila Takeda? I would say either. I'm leaning towards the Dagger more, and then the Ring of Doom. But again, the Ring of Doom can be nuts too. If you do the Ring of Doom too, you're not going wrong. I would do Dagger first though, because I feel like the Dagger has more usability long term. There's no such thing as bad PR. That's not yet. It depends. It depends. Theoretically, you're not wrong. Practically, it's a matter of how you receive it. Practically, it's only a matter of how you receive it. Ring of Doom. Yeah, you're saying that until you don't do it, don't use it for Attila Takeda anymore, and then you just stuck with the Ring of Doom. I know that he said that the question was for Attila Takeda, but the Dagger will do you not bad compared to the Ring of Doom, and the Dagger you can always switch to any other march out there. The Ring of Doom, outside of Attila Takeda, I don't really know how good it would be. Nadia, everything is easy on paper when you learn about PR, but when you're taking slaps and slaps and slaps and slaps and slaps and mean comments and everything you've worked for a very long time takes a major hit, and hundreds of people unsubscribe and dislike your video at a stupendously rate, it's super, you know, I've learned a lot of PR and marketing. I know how to deal with crisis management, you know, but let me tell you something. What they don't teach you when you learn about crisis management is the feeling of being inside a crisis. You have no idea what went through the man's mind and through his heart as he dropped that video that got insane amounts of hate, and then seeing hate on all social medias. Like, it's not, most people dish it without have ever taken it, right? Like, all the trolls and all the haters are, let's go, we needed that, boys. Cavalry chest piece looks very real to me. Cavalry chest piece looks very, very real to me right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. 11 here, plus another 20. Oh yeah, cavalry chest piece is real. No, it isn't, because we can't chest pieces. Well, you can definitely take any other chest piece to get more materials. That's the one good thing, right? We can always try to get 20 Shadow Legions to make the Shadow Legion and get another one of those blueprints. Right, we do have a Shadow Legion already, don't we? Yeah, we can do the Shadow Legion. And that could work for 5 materials. Where's Larry? Who's Larry? Am I down for arranged marriage? No. A comment that you put, I misunderstood something that Shinchi said. I deleted the comment and of course apologized, but of course, the screenshot of me being mad at him went everywhere, but the screenshot of me admitting that, you know, I misunderstood what he said, that didn't go anywhere. Nadia, not everybody you see on the internet is the same way off of the internet, we'll call it that. A lot of people pretend to be, like, they don't pretend to be. A lot of people play. Did you guys hear that? I don't know if you guys heard that. It is crazy storming out there. I don't know if you guys heard that. If power goes down, if the internet goes out, just so you know, it's crazy outside. But anyway, a lot of people put on a show as a creator. Very few people that you talk to off of stream will be the same way. And that's not a bad thing necessarily. It's not being fake. It's just putting on a show, right? A character. But not everybody is outside of their character who they really are, right? I can tell you that Ronnie being a nice guy, a funny guy, like, he seems to be like a soft dude. And not a soft dude in a negative way, like, right? Just a nice guy in general. I mean, look at his background. He comes from rail work. Like, this is not a dude who was like the huggy buggy teddy bear of the world, right? It's not like you're gonna slap him in his wrist and he's gonna cry about it. And so he might seem to be like this nice dude on the internet, but I mean, he put on a lot of work, you know, with the work he did previously. It's tough. It's tough, right? So he's a man that went through things. For him to handle internet hate is one thing. But you take someone like Shinchi, he's young, right? Hold on a second, chat. Listen. Can you guys hear that? I turned on the other mic. Do you guys hear that? It is going crazy outside. Why don't I use speed ups to clear my hospital? Because I don't want to waste the speed ups. Honestly, I don't want to waste the speed ups. If you want a serious answer. It's hailing, it's not rain. You're hearing hail. It's hailing like crazy outside. Nutty. Did Shinchi delete his video? He did. Yeah, it's raining pretty hard. It's hailing quite a lot too. But I was saying, Ronnie is a tough cookie, you know? Like, he handled things like he learned to handle things in life. Shinchi is much younger, right? I've taken pretty big hits in my life, a lot bigger than you think, and survived it, and learned to be better with it. What did Ronnie do for work? I think that when he started streaming, he mentioned that he used to be like a railroad guy, like working on the railroad, maintenance, building, whatever the heck he did, worked nights. Michael Marcel, again, it's easy to say things, but when the crisis is happening and he's getting a ton of hate and a ton of negativity and he's losing subscribers by the minute and seeing that just a crazy negative hate towards him and getting flooded with, like, it's not a matter of standing by his opinion or not. It's a matter of whether he wants to be the meat shield that the community decides to pour all of its toxicity onto for saying something that they don't agree with. And so, you know, everybody who says, oh, but he didn't stand his ground. Of course he didn't stand his ground. He'd rather not stand his ground than have to take all the toxicity he took, and rightfully so, honestly. We're not here to be scapegoated. Nobody wants to be the scapegoat. I don't agree with his views at all. I think he sees a very small portion of a huge problem. But that doesn't mean that I'm gonna spew hate on him. What's up, Pedro? The only negative thing I said, and it was again because I misunderstood it, was when he said something in his video about people who are having issues with getting sponsored because of the things they say and the way they behave. And I thought that he meant me, essentially. He was talking straight about me. I heard it as people lost their sponsorship because of the way they behave. And I could have sworn he was taking a shot at me at that stage. And that's why I got like upset. I was like, yo, why are you involving me in all of this? But after I talked to him and I listened to the words he said, I realized that he said that some people are having issues getting sponsored because of these things. And like, he didn't really mean me. He meant other creators who in the past have created situations that made it harder for them to get sponsored later on. And so I apologized, obviously, but it was my moment of weakness, right? Like, I saw red and didn't contain myself. I have some different questions for you today. Hit me. Hit me. Chat, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to drop a like. I think we're like 26 likes away from 100. I'm sure we can hit 100 likes, right? Chat, you guys can't be doing me this dirty. You guys can't be doing me this dirty. Keeping us under 100 likes? Are you really keeping us under 100 likes? Am I this unlikable? Chat. We used to hit like 200, 300 likes on streams now. Now we're washed up. Streamers, chat, we're washed up. Or Ronnie is streaming at the same time, which is why this is happening. What was his video about? Just his opinions on the rise of Kingdom States and what he thinks about the whole pay to win, free to play, and all that mumbo jumbo, which we're really not going to go into. I'm a free-to-play player and I know my place in the game. The only thing I would love it for it to change is Ethelfled chest going back into to drop ratio. I'm a 40 million power. You recommend going into Heroic Anthem, going back to KVK too. Low spender, free to play. I wouldn't go anywhere. Just keep doing you if you're enjoying your environment. Find a place you enjoy to be around, people you enjoy to be and play. Don't worry about your power. Don't worry about where you should go. If you're enjoying the team you're playing with, then do Heroic Anthem. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. But I wouldn't do... Obviously, I wouldn't use research speed-ups on Heroic Anthem. I'd keep them until you have all your researches maxed out and only then do your thing. Do you know YSS Garrison? I'm not a big fan of YSS Secondary. I think that... I'm not a big fan in general of a garrison that doesn't have Theo in it at this point. If you're looking at endgame garrisons, I think that every single endgame garrison has to have Theodora involved in it in some shape or form. Crafted 8-0 crits. He crafted more after the ring. Damn, I thought he's going to stop at the ring. That sucks. Why did I start streaming? What was my motivation? I always wanted to create content. One of the things I want to do for a living is just create content on the internet. Just build an awesome community and play games with my community. Create content, interact with them, change the world in some shape or form a little bit. And I'm not talking like I'm not looking to be a... I understand and I get that I'm not a Logan Paul type of person. But I would love to one day be able to move a huge community of people to do good in the world. To be able to... Hello? Hello? When did you lose me? My internet went out the window. I was saying, as far as I'm concerned, I want to build a community. I want to create content. I want to have this entertainment going on. I want to freaking build things. I want to do things. I mean, if things would work out the way I wanted them to work out, I'd be recording 24/7. We'd have a workout channel and we'd have a couple of gaming channels we maintain. We do some lifestyle stuff. We travel the world. We do crazy things. We live life, right? And make content along the way. This is why, by the way, I picked mobile games. Because mobile games, the beauty of them is that you can literally create content anywhere in the world. I could travel. I did travel to the United States for a whole month for work. And I made videos every single day from the United States because... I didn't need a crazy device. All I needed was my phone and a laptop to edit on, right? So things worked out really well. This is why we're doing mobile content primarily. I'd love Galactic Geckos, the new channel, by the way, is an experiment because I have never tried to get my community to go support a new movement, something new that is not the main channel focus. And so I can't believe we hit 100 subscribers. I think that getting 100 subscribers is crazy. I obviously am not at a point where we can just go do what we want to do right yet. But one day, if we grow our community enough and manage to cover enough ground, then maybe we'll expand into making content of all sorts of types, shapes, and form. One of my goals, honestly, is to have like a lifestyle set of channels in which like workout channels, a channel that talks all about workout and working out and keeping me in the workout and all the diet and everything that goes along the way with that, maintaining a healthy lifestyle. And another aspect is the gaming aspect. Another aspect is the business side, the investment sides. Like, create a set of channels that eventually covers my life, and I create content for those set purposes. That's really where I want to end up. If you ask me, like, where would I be happy? I would be happy if we could build a community where I could create all of these things around it. And with that community start empowering things. I mean, from charitable work to creating to funding our own different, for all I care, science research, advancements, anything we can do to grab our community and do stuff. But we got to build it first. We're at the stage of building. It would be nuts if we did like one of my top goals, and it sounds kind of crazy, but one of my top goals would be legitimately to go back to the Florida area, perhaps even to the Tampa where it all started, and do like a funded Habitat for Humanity stream where we essentially fund Habitat for Humanity and actually go out there to build, film and vlog and stuff like that, the build process. When I was younger and unemployed, I volunteered at Habitat for Humanity in Tampa Bay, and it was the most fun I've had in a very long time. I was a roofer, crew leader too. And like one of my goals always was to empower our community to do crazy things like that. Can you imagine if the Gecko gaming community helps build a neighborhood? Can you imagine if the Gecko gaming community helps build a neighborhood? How crazy would that be? Gecko Circle, a freaking neighborhood built by Habitat for Humanity with Gecko Gaming. That'd be sick. All by viewers. Volunteers from the community, funded by the community. That'd be sick. Make hummus for the homeless. Oh man, Gucci, I make some dank hummus, you know. I make some dank hummus. Homemade. Know what I'm saying? So you're not in Israel anymore? I still am in Israel. Unfortunately, I still am in Israel. Set me up with some papers and a place in Texas. I'm coming. Or Florida. I'm down to come back to Florida. Low key. Low key, I'm down to go back to Florida. I am still in Israel. Yo, Cloudy, what's up, dude? We were just talking about you guys and about the fact that you guys needed a sponsor to pay me for a podcast, right? I know you guys are heavily interested in my presence in your podcast, so you guys went out of your way to get a sponsor that would sponsor my appearance. So I appreciate you guys for that. What's up, Cloudy? Mr. Cloud, iCloud. So many clouds. Did I see Barcelona? No. What happened? Paprika or no? It depends. I'm not a big spicy person, so hot paprika is not for me. Sweet paprika I could be in for. Need some olive oil too. Make sure the hummus is a little wetter. Do 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 do. They lost to PSG? Well, that sucks for them. I'm trying to work some strings for you, bud. Yeah, I mean, I don't need much. You know, a green room to prepare for a little bit of food. A couple of lines of cocaine if possible. You know what I'm saying? My rider is very cheap. Like 10 grand. I did. Gucci. If it's the pictures that if you were the one who posted those pictures, then I did. I mean, I'm fairly cheap. A 10K rider, you know what I'm saying? Some drugs, some food. Nothing very serious. The talent needs its cocaine, you know what I'm saying? standard of life. I agree. I was told it's snowing in Texas. I figured, you know what I'm saying? It's that season now. Now that there's no more Donald Trump in presidency, it looks like the Texas Mexico border worked well, because all of a sudden it's snowing like crazy in Texas and nobody knows what to do with it. People trying to drive through, getting too freaking high to figure out how to drive through the damn thing. Crazy snowstorm that's gonna hit again Texas, by the way. Good luck to you guys with that. Hope you guys are doing all right, all jokes aside. But I mean, all you gotta do is you gotta build the wall so those bricks don't get through and it stops snowing. But no, it's those damn bricks. They all come because there's no wall. If there was only a wall, that's what would stop them. A wall. It's okay. He'll be back in 2024, 2026. Another special boss? Pog, chat, we're 3 for 3. Chat, we can't make this up. We're not making this up. We are 3 for 3. And damn, we're 3 for 3. Jax, shout out to Kingdom 235. Thank you for the $2 super chat. We're 3 for 3 on the special bosses. I'll take it. Do we get any more pendants? I'd love some pendants. Watch that power go down as soon as I start hitting this, and everything is going to go poof. And we'll never get whatever's in here. I'm forecasting what's about to come. I'm forecasting what's about to come. Power going down any moment. I'm telling you. Well, there's a lot of health on these still, so. There's a lot of health on these still. Hey, third special. Oh, no. Oh, no. There's a lot of patrols here. We should have done this before the patrols got here. No! Oh, this. I hope they're going to go towards Richard and not towards. Oh, they went towards Untitled Chapter. Oh, this is going to be painful. We're going to kill the bosses, but we're not going to have anyone to pick up the rewards. Oh, no. Yeah, this is about to suck really badly. There's a lot of these guys, and they're fairly strong. These guys are ridiculously annoying. Like, they do a lot of damage. So either we get rid of them now before we pick up rewards, or they're going to start killing off stuff. Usually I take Richard with them and I move. Okay. Delanes is good. Delanes is good. Delanes is good. There's another epic in here. I don't think I can click it. Legendaries? Legendary Pog chat. All right, we gotta get these now one by one. We just gotta 5 focus them because they're just gonna murk me. Legendary boys, a pendant. Woo! Okay, we gotta kill these one by one now. Five together. Just keep doing the damage to them, get rid of them, and get it over with, because we're gonna need everybody to pick up rewards, right? So we might as well just clean these out while we still can. Wow, they are melting my Untitled Chapter. Wow, they're melting my Untitled Chapter. Survive, Attila. All we need is for you to survive. I need one troop on it to be able to pick up rewards. That's all I need. Okay, we clear them out real quick, and I'm saying, there we go. That's not bad. This is what we're here for. Well, technically we're for the pendants, for the lanes, which I think we got 4 in here. The lanes, 1 of these and 1 of those. So, hey, Pog chat, we good. 3 out of 3. All right, let's do this. You go this way, you go that way. You grab this. You grab that. You grab this. All right. We have this to pick up and that to pick up after. So we have 2 to leave here. We're gonna return our infantry at least. Oh dear, what's up, DJ Morel? Where's Batman and Rook? Fire camp? What's up, Jar? Mr. Jazz, right? I think it's Jazz. Get rid of these real quick. Get more blueprint fragments. Maybe the dream is real and we can get one pendant. One pendant is 5 legendary materials for 4 of them for $5 or something like that. So, hey, I'm happy. Let's see how much we need more. So we'll be at 20. 10 more, and that's a free blueprint, right? We can also always get the choose 'em chests and get the mountain crushers and get another $5. So two blueprints that can give us more materials. There's a third one right here, technically. And then, of course, when we get the helmet, it'll be 4, 5. So there's a bunch of these that will give us more legendary materials. It's kind of nutty. This is why we were so happy to get a legendary out of Sunset Canyon, because legendaries out of Sunset Canyons is essentially worst case scenario, a freebie for a full legendary blueprint that you'll never make, but you'll use it to buy the $5 bundle for more materials. Can you give me some advice, Gecko? Sure. I used to like playing games that have fun. Now I'm chasing after the next meta and forgetting to have fun. Any tips on how to come out of this loop? Anurag? No. You're going to have to force yourself to do that. You just got to figure out that, you know, set certain goals and not continually move the flagpole backwards, right? Enjoy the moment. Once you get to where you set that is a good goal, don't instantly decide what your next goal is. Enjoy it, right? Like, one of my biggest issues that I kept growing and growing and growing and growing, and I never really enjoyed anything I had. And I guess that's your question, right? How you can enjoy more what you have, and the answer is just you just gotta decide that's what you want to do. The moment you decide that that's what you're gonna want to do, is you're gonna get it done, right? You need to remember that at the end of the day, a positive attitude in a person who shows up to KVK and acts properly and helps and is out there consistently will do a lot more than someone with the latest meta, but not the attitude. Would you say free to play to max YSG and Alex 5511, or do you think I should get Constantine? No, you should absolutely get YSG and then Alex expertise. Constantine 5511 Canyon lineup buff and maybe open field. You can do that after your Alex's expertise if you'd like to. I'm not a big fan of that, and I'm personally not a big fan of it in general. I've started thinking about doing it, and then I kind of went back on it. On the jumper account, I think he's like 5'2", 5'3", but in here I didn't even bother. I don't think it's really that much worth it or important. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're not gonna meet anyone anytime soon in any strife of 8s or anything of that. 401 needs a quick break, you know what I'm saying? Like, we can't be taking massive beatings over and over and over. People are literally exhausted. Don't take it the wrong way, but your content has changed way much. You were chasing stuff before, and now it's chilled and you're different and others are doing. You're different than what others are doing, and it's good to watch. Nice. That's the reason I asked. I think that at the end of the day, all that I realized is that there's no point in chasing if I'm not enjoying myself, and I wasn't enjoying myself. So I changed I changed my kingdom and changed my surroundings and changed my environment, which was not easy. I told you guys, like, in my first week or two in squad, I got kicked out of squad. Like, I was literally told, like, go find a new home, because it was not an easy transition, right? It took me a while to transition into squad. It's nice. And so I think that the transition was what I needed to go find what I enjoy, right? In that moment when I got kicked out of squad, I could have just quit the game, right? I could have said, okay, well, I'm not enjoying myself. But it kind of like made me realize that things have changed, that I'm not in JWM anymore, that this is not just a sit back and do whatever the hell you want as long as you log in every day, or you're just friends with Faye, I guess. You can get into JWM and just do your thing. Doesn't matter if you talk on Alliance chat or it does. Like, in here, the environment is different. Why does JWM have such a bad reputation? Albert, it starts with a combination of jealousy and fear, and then it went into actual like issues, right? So forever everybody hates on the big and bad alliance that's the biggest spender, that has the highest gift level in the game, and have always had the highest. Maybe at some point White Tigers challenged JWM for the highest gift level alliance for a little bit in like the mid 30s or beginning of 30s, but JWM has been the highest gift level in the game for a while. I don't know if they still are or not, but they could be. And even then, like at the time when they were a massive force, they were just a massive force of spenders. We're talking, it would rain gold out there. At the peak, when there was an event like the $7K event, people would like 80-90% of the alliance would full buy the bundle kind of thing. It was nutty. It was really crazy. And then people got mad at that, obviously. And they're called JWM, I guess, so they're Chinese. And so that's a thing too, even though they were not all Chinese. And from there, it turned into all sorts of things. JWM turned into things that people didn't want it to turn. Please follow some more action in live stream. I don't feel like looking at Aura today. Is Harold Worth for open field? He is. If you have Alex expertise, he's not bad at all with Alex, actually. But JWM, as time went on, like JWM morphed into being something that people didn't like it being. So for a while, JWM realized that they want to focus more on Osiris League than on KVKs. So the KVKs were not as tough and as like top tier KVKs, because what mattered was Osiris League. And I mean, twice to the finals. I mean, yes, they didn't win both seasons, but it took a lot for a team to make it twice to finals. The OV worked very hard to get there again in season 3, but it took a lot out of JWM, right? And people became JWM haters, because when the big alliance loses, it's like it makes people feel better about themselves. Reality is JWM never did anything bad per se, but after they got that bad reputation, everything and anything a JWM member will say will be looked at more negatively, and that doesn't help the conversation, right? What's the best alliance? There's no such thing as a best alliance. There's a lot of good alliances out there. I think that even if you say I'm unbiased and I don't have an opinion, but you've heard negative things about an alliance, and then you hear about them for the first time, and the scope of what you know is negative, then everything you're receiving goes through a negative filter as is. So unless it's like something that is extremely good to counter your negative filter, any small negative thing will be amplified, and then it just became that. JWM never did anything truly that merits hating them. Where's Tiny Rick? I have no idea. That was a great explanation. Thank you, Albert. That's my opinion, at least. Didn't JWM betray allies in KVK 5? I don't know which KVK we're talking about. It's the KVK after I left or the last one I was in. And by the way, every single KVK there will be a JWM ally that will tell you that they got betrayed. There'll be one in every single KVK. I can tell you that much. Is 59 really active? No. It isn't. Infinite Galaxy streams tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll be streaming some Infinite Galaxy. Tomorrow we will be streaming some Infinite Galaxy. I need to work my schedule properly. The idea is for Infinite Galaxy streams to be on Monday, but I still haven't finished like catching up enough to be able to set my schedule the way I want it to be. So all over the place trying to play catch up. What answer about MGE? Did I leave squad? Yes. I'm in UCS now. You hit 100 likes? Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. We usually hit a lot more than 100 likes. We usually also have a bunch of more folks watching, but I think Ronnie is still streaming. I think. And plus, we're not doing anything too interesting, so folks are like choosing not to come, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? I think the one before you left, they took all the KVKs during all their awards. The one before I left, we literally were the ones who cleaned all of Kingsland by ourselves and then allowed our allies to come in. That was the last one I was in, which was Maverick versus Baba. And we literally cleaned out all 4 of our enemy kingdoms. So, by ourselves, single-handedly. So, I don't know. Are you participating in Osiris League? I hope so. I hope so. I don't know yet. No, Ronnie finished? Oh, well, that's a rip. I guess we're boring. We are boring. Too boring, chat. Too boring. I should have made a more clickbaity title. Probably a more clickbaitable title. Need a more clickbaitable. Need to be clickbaitable. Do. Did 59 aim for easier KVKs? 59 never did anything in particular to aim for anything. Arc. So I can tell there are kingdoms out there that do certain like things in order to drop power before KVK matchmaking so that they're matched with easier pairs. I know that there's ways to do that. I can tell you that for a fact that there's ways to do that. Some kingdoms do it, others don't. I can tell you that Kingdom 59 never did anything special in order to place differently in matchmaking. I can definitely tell you that when we match certain things, they obviously doing diplomacy for an easier KVK it was a thing. If we're focusing on Osiris League, then there's no point. You know, Boss said it once, and I keep repeating it here on stream, right? KVK back in the day, before Heroic Anthem, Light versus Darkness was, or even the regular season's KVK, was Light versus Darkness was one night at best. 2 nights, tops. 72 hours of fighting maximum. And that's not even a thing, right? In Osiris League, as long as you keep going deeper in the event, you have months of preparations, right? Yes, you can say the matches are only 1 hour, so technically you're fighting only like 9 or 10 hours worth of actual gameplay, but the fact that it lasts for so long and you have time to practice, to gain experience, to work as a team. Boss used to say like losing troops for 1 night's worth of fun doesn't seem as fun to me when I can be every single week challenging myself and my team to like a higher strategical gameplay, even for 1 hour, than KVK is. Towards the end, he was very much about just let's enjoy KVK, let's do fun KVKs, not crazy KVKs, and go ham in Osiris League. Arch, they didn't come up again like kingdoms like 254 because at the time 254 were nowhere near that size. Arch, I don't think majority of you realize how big the gap in power was with Kingdom 59 and the rest of the kingdoms for a very, 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 very long time. Even when I was there towards the end, there was still enough firepower in there that they were top 5, if I'm not mistaken, in terms of power, which is actually completely crazy. They were top 1 for a very long time. And yes, occasionally there was a kingdom that popped up and went all the way up, but then by the time they did it, their matchmaking put them in a crazy KVK where they dropped back. You forget one thing, right, Arch? There is this thing called JWM, right? Literally the name. We asked Caesar about the new mightiest governor, and respond was 4 cycles will be the first 3 commanders, and then the 4th one Lilith's choice. You have any info on that? Nope, nothing. I haven't asked anything about that. But anyway, as I was saying, when you go up against JWM, like it or not, very few kingdoms are like, yeah, we're about to F you up. Yeah, we're about to go up against JWM. The vast majority, hate them, love them, it doesn't matter. The vast majority say, oh crap, we're about to go up against these guys. Now, for a very long time, that was a huge pain in the butt, right? Because people were like, going up against JWM is no joke. We would avoid it if we can. And so the big kingdom can be like, yeah, we want to F up JWM. But the rest of them are like, they want to be our allies. We're down to do a 7v1 against you just to not go up against them. That's happened multiple times. The JWM name, for a very long while, carried its weight. Did Boss quit? Yeah. The JWM name carried its weight in gold for years after JWM was at the level where it got that name, right? There was a time where if you got hit by the JWM train, you would get destroyed, and it didn't matter who you were. It was just a matter of time. But as the kingdom itself died out slowly and steadily like every other old kingdom, the name of going up against JWM is still intimidating enough that a lot of diplomacy is very easy for them. Just because of the name. And I can tell you, I know for a fact kingdoms are intimidated by fighting JWM. That kingdoms would rather pair with JWM than go up against them straight up out of intimidation. Kingdoms that could have very easily paired up with a couple of other ones who were about that life and just wrecked JWM, but none of them wanted to do it because all of them were a little bit afraid of the name. You think Untitled Chapter is still worth investing now that Zenobia will become more popular? Yes, Jack. Untitled Chapter on the open field is still nasty. Redline doing a podcast with Baba this week. Nice. Nice. I actually was not a fan of Baba's stream. I told him that too. I didn't hear Baba talk too much. That really bugged me. There were a couple of times where Baba was trying to make a point and was just caught in the middle of what he was saying. So I couldn't watch it. It got to a point where I'm like, yeah. Like, or donating money to puppies in Berlin, for crying out loud. And I was like, really, what? I'm sorry, what? Remember KBK2 versus JWM? We fought them but got wrecked. Yeah, it was not a good time. It's a good time for me. I was on the JWM side. Nadia, I'm guessing you were on 185. Let's see how his podcast with Red works. I know that Red and them will allow the men to speak. Let's put it this way. Who am I? Who am I? I don't know, Caesar. Your EK, yeah, that was a fun KVK. That was a fun KVK. The thing about JWM that's really crazy is that you feel like you're pushing, and they just allow you to keep pushing, but what they're doing is they're just like getting closer and preparing to push you back. And at some point they're like, all right, let's push back. And it's just like everybody pushes together. And when the push happens, it's so hard to stop it. Like, you think you're rallying, you're stopping their rallies, and they're rallying you, and you're stopping their rallies and you're hitting their flag. And like, it's a back and forth for a little bit. And you feel so confident that you're doing good. And I'm saying this because I was in 58 and it happened to us too, right? We're back and forth with JWM. We felt very good about the advancements that we were making. In hindsight, we learned that we were doing very good, actually, but you know, it was a very tough fight regardless. And then when they decided, all right, we're gonna start pushing back, it just felt like you can't stop it, which is kind of funny. It was weird to fight against it and then to fight with it, because I saw how it was very, very well engineered kind of thing. KM, I'm not really gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't wanna start drama. I don't wanna start all of this stuff. I just couldn't watch it. I told Baba personally why I couldn't watch it. At some point they wanted me to join the call, I heard, or something like that, but I wasn't watching, obviously. I just think everybody and their grandma are doing things for a different reason. That's all. Arch, I think that what Baba is doing is fantastic. I think that the community needs to figure out how to make something out of it. And what he did is just he lit a match to a gas, to a tank full of gas, right? And now it's burning. And now the question is, what on earth do we do as a community? And you know, it's a good challenge for our community as well, because the community needs to figure out if they can get together and get under one mindset and organize and figure how to make changes happen, right? It's a challenge for our community, a challenge that so far I don't think we are able to successfully accommodate, to successfully figure out what we're doing with, because everybody wants to do their own different thing. Everybody wants to be the chef of this kitchen, which is completely fine. But at the end of the day, if we don't have an end result, what we want to achieve, where we want to go, what we want to do, how we want to do it, then we're just blowing off steam, right? So I like what Baba did. I think he sparked a good conversation, and he sparked a good potential for a good challenge. He sparked the challenge for the community. He challenged our community to see if we're able to consolidate and unify our minds under one thing that we want to get, under things that we want changed in the game. And he focused on certain aspects that weren't necessarily everybody's number one priority, but that's not a bad thing. He focused on the game as he views it. But a lot of other people view other issues as more important. And so we need to figure out as a community how we get together and make something out of this, right? Or not. You don't have to make something out of it. He issued the challenge. What the heck is this Larry stuff? People have different agendas. I agree. But it's not a matter only of agendas. People have different views on what would make this game better or worse, what is good and what is bad in this game, right? Everybody experiences Rise of Kingdoms a little bit differently. Not everybody sees the same issues as issues and the same priority level for everybody. I don't know who the hell is Larry. There's a bunch of Larrys, people talking about Larry in the chat. I have no clue what they mean. I'm assuming it's a meme. It's a meme. I assume meme somewhere, but I don't know meme, so don't know who Larry is right now. So no meme for me. Find Larry? Oh my god. I ain't looking for Larry. Screw that. What's up, Ace? Or however you say your name in Russian. What do you think about 930 losing KVK Season 2? I don't know. I don't know who 930 are. If 59 managed to drop out of Imperium, what do you think will happen? I think they'll manage to recruit a lot of people. I think they'll manage to recruit a good amount of people. I can guarantee you the weight of the name JWM still carries a substantial amount in this community. And they'll be able to rebuild. Whether they'll be able to hold, though, is a separate story, because one of the magical things about JWM was its leader. And the catch of it is that we found out in hindsight was that obviously while Boss was being the boss, Faye for a very long time was pretty much running a lot of things in game. She had her areas of responsibility, we can call it that, and they entailed pretty much a lot of the day-to-day work and maintenance of the alliance. 1 second, chat. I have something stuck in my... Aww. No special boss this time. But now that there is no boss, the management and leadership of that alliance and the culture of it is very different. And so they just need to figure out how they... I think that the number one issue, and I've said this in LG as well, and they listened, is that you're trying to keep... My audio sounds different. It does. You're trying to keep an old name alive, right? And you're never gonna meet the expectations of people who expected you to be what you were before. I think that the number one thing JWM should do is to transfer the name JWM to a farm alliance that they control, like a secondary alliance in Kingdom 59, so that they never lose that name, obviously. But I think that JWM as JWM need to rebrand, need to get themselves a new name, need to start fresh, right? Like, if they keep carrying the JWM name and burden, they will have to keep maintaining it and doing and maintaining that standard, and they're just not able to do it. What happened to Boss? He quit. What's LG? Old Kingdom 196. Kingdom 196 imploded, and I got out of there before it got crazy, and I was saying it for years and years and years. For the Phoenix to rise, it needs to die and turn into ashes. From the ashes, a Phoenix is reborn, right? But you can't have the ashes until you let the Phoenix die. And so once you allow the Phoenix to burn, then you can start fresh, right? And I think that to an extent they are trying to uphold a name that they just can't. I think they can. Why Boss left? I think that after the loss in Cyrus League Season 2, he just lost all the motivation to play the game. I think he wanted one Osiris League win to kind of justify everything they've been, all the massive purchases and all the, like, to solidify the dynasty of what JWM is. But I think that after 2 losses in the finals for very minute things and realizing that there's no way to improve really, OV practiced every single day kind of thing, but it's not very easy to be able to find yourself how to practice for Osiris League every single day. And so Boss realized that it's just never gonna work. There is no ecosystem to practice and get better for Osiris League, and I think that kind of broke his heart. I think it kind of broke his spirit. And after I'll tell you what, the one thing you should know is what happens when you quit a game like Rise of Kingdoms, right? Because there's a lot of us who said we will quit, or we have quit, or we will quit, or yada 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 yada. Okay, quitting is a hot topic. Now, boo. Nice. And what are you? Nice. Okay. I'm gonna send you that way just so you stop anything from coming in here. You go this way. You go this way. And you can grab that, I guess. But anyway. Don't start shooting at me. Thank you. Good evening. What's up? Crafting session? Not today. No. Today we're just grinding session. Today we're on grinding session, not crafting session. Chat, if you're enjoying the stream, don't forget to drop a like on it. I know it's a slow stream today. We're just chilling, doing our day-to-day stuff, our thing together. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. At 101 likes, I'm fairly certain we can even hit 150 if you guys want it. Is Cyrus good? I have not found too much usability for him. Gucci, I'm not gonna lie to you, even as an archer main, I was planning on skipping him. Do I use my Pelagius for open field? I do on this account, yes. So let's talk about quitting for a second. Because I've quit a game like this before, okay? And a lot of folks will say here, I quit and came back after 6 months. And yeah, here's what you should know about quitting a game like this. When you play this game, you play it every single day. It's part of your day-to-day life. It's part of your routine. It's part of who you are. Like it or not, when you play a game for 868 days like I have, or 320 days logged in consecutively on this account, I had taken like months of break where I didn't log into this account at all. I'm almost a year maintaining the jumper again. It becomes part of you. Anything that you do for a month straight becomes like a routine. So to quit a game like Rise of Kingdoms, it's not as simple as just uninstalling. You're going to itch for it for a little bit. You're going to regret it a couple of times, so forth and so on. This is a subject I actually want to make a video about, because I think that a lot of people don't realize the side effects of quitting a game like this, okay? And so I can tell you that there is this very weird place where you quit the game like this and you're fully sold on the fact that you quit. And when in your heart, you're 100% done with a game, once you uninstall, it'll be like the biggest relief of your life. But as long as you're not quitting 100%, you're going to be like Caesar. I quit 3 times and you come back 3 times, because you're like, you don't have anything else to do. And you just are looking for something to play and have a good time with. And if you're enjoying Rise of Kingdoms, even though you hate Lilith and you hate the pay-to-win, free-to-play bullcrap stuff, they'll come back into it because it's just part of your routine. And so the only way to quit games like this truly is to find a different routine. It's difficult to abandon a kind of game where you spend a month for, if not years. Yep. I quit Fortnite and spent a lot on it. I didn't say that spending means anything. I never said though to spend one time. I didn't talk about money one time. I'm talking about the fact that it's your daily routine. It's something you've nurtured and grown and have done for months and months and months. You don't just simply dump it. Unless you're fully sold on dumping it. And if you're fully sold on dumping it, it means that for a very long time you weren't enjoying yourself and you were still pushing through and you just can't do it anymore. It doesn't have anything to do with money, by the way. I can tell you that the saying, someone said here, we can't quit, we paid a lot of money. Trust me when I tell you, Adnan, at some point in time, you're not going to care how much money you spent on the game, because you're just going to quit because it wouldn't matter. You're going to feel so miserable or not like the game so badly that it won't matter that you spent hundreds of thousands of dollars. You'll just be over it. That can come at any moment, but I've never even gotten to that point in Rise of Kingdoms. In Lords Mobile, I did. In Lords Mobile, I sold my account. And the day I sold my account, I made sure that the transaction went through. Everything was good. Uninstalled Lords Mobile. And never opened it again. Never looked back. I even uninstalled freaking Line. They used Line in the Rise of King and the Lords Mobile community as the main thing, not Discord. They like Line better. I even deleted Line. Never looked back. But there were times in Lords Mobile where I wanted to quit and I didn't because I actually liked the game. I was just mad temporarily. It happened. Like you said, it becomes part of you. It does. Not easy to get rid of something that it's part of your day-to-day. It ain't easy at all. It is not easy at all. I quit Dota 2 and started playing Rise of Kingdoms. Too toxic? Well, I can get that. People are forgetting that Rise of Kingdoms is a good game. I agree. I absolutely agree. Woo! I absolutely agree that people sometimes forget that Rise of Kingdoms is a good game. They focus too much on the negativity and don't realize that they're still playing a game that they cannot stand. How is that possible? Because they're really enjoying themselves. 17 sculptures, 17 pieces away, 13 more for another blueprint. We have now 2. But 2 is not fair considering I think we only made 1. But really, we only have 3 delanes. I really want to get to like 10. I'm not going to even lie to you. I want to get to 10. So we're going to have to do more of these as they pop up. As they're available for us to get done, we will pop up and keep doing them. I don't think there are more that are available right now. Right meow. Man, I've been hooked on NoPixel RP streams. The Rooster Den Sagas by Buddha. Oh, so good. Yeah, I don't see anything lit up and ready to rock and roll. Nothing looking to get us rocks kicked. Nope. Picked up the last 4. All right. Giggity. So we're gonna just keep doing that. Yo, what up, Phantom? How you doing, brother? I quit gambling when I started Rise of Kingdoms. When you say gambling, I have a terrible story. My poor Steam account. I actually need to get my new Steam account set up and get going on the things that I need to get going on there again. Phantom, we gotta talk. There is something you told me about Google Ads a long time ago that we need to discuss as soon as possible, actually. Did you have your migration already? I might need your help, Phantom. Since I did Heroic Anthem, I started to play a bit less, migrated to KVK Season 2, and the motivation is back. Nice, Arch. Nice. Maybe I'll jump ship from 401 and go to 307. I'm a double agent anyway. Triple agent. I'm actually going to go to 254, do a little bit of reconnaissance there and go to 307 then after. I'm loyal to the Phantom. I'd be loyal to the Phantom. I be on them loyal Phantom. Oh my. Thank you. Just go sponsored by Infinity Galaxy now. I know, Wendy. I am too. Y'all want to try Infinity Galaxy? There you go. You can use my link. Lets them know that you came from me. If you want to see more content that has to do with Infinite Galaxy, we're trying to grow a new community. See if that works out. You can join the new channel, the Galactic Geckos. We'll get a logo done for that. It's going to be part of the Gecko Gaming Productions. We're going to get more stuff out there, more stuff in here that has to do with Infinite Galaxy. But thankfully, we got sponsored by Infinite Galaxy as well, which gives us a little bit of dynamic room to do a lot of cool things. Losing the sponsorship from Lilith was a real pain because it really slowed me down in my plans and what I wanted to do. But Infinite Galaxy came in with a new challenge, and I think that the new challenge can be very, very good. We have a chance to catch this game on the YouTube flip side of it before the community actually starts building up. Chiskel knows the same thing. It's why he's doing the same thing. And he's, of course, a much bigger content creator, right? So it's a lot easier for him, obviously. Bigger community. So Gecko betraying squad? Always. Gecko is loyal to Gecko. Gecko is not loyal to anything but Gecko. Pay me enough and I will... Pay me enough and I will backstab anyone. I'm kidding. Titch, it's okay. I look tired? I might look tired. Infinite Galaxy has more brains than Lilith. Camel Games are actually fairly good company. They make good games. And Infinite Galaxy is actually sick. It's so much more like complex than Rise of Kingdoms that even a free-to-play player with a better understanding of mechanics can do really good against the pay-to-win player. Unfortunately, though, our members are slowly and steadily dwindling down. We're 96 now. We got to get back to the 100 to be able to get another emote to get one of our emote slots back. For Garrison on Sun 2, is there an early game? You could use Sun 2 for Garrison in the early game. He's very good. How much what? Nadia. Boom, boom, boom. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. How much do you pay me to betray our Gecko? Hell. Pay me enough and I'll betray anything. Anything. You want me to betray my 401? Right now I'm dropping a bomb. Let's do this. $500,000. They drop a bomb that kills 401 forever and ever. Anyone? Any takers? No, I didn't think so. Everyone has a price, chat. Everyone has a price, chat. Anyone who tells you they don't have a price was never offered enough in a serious manner. Everyone has a price. I'm always open for offers. That don't mean that you got what it takes. Lilith already sent money back to China. Is only kidding about the backstabbing? Or am I? Waffle, they should go check out the Galactic Gecko channel. We're going to do a lot of guides out there. We're streaming here. We're going to stream tomorrow some Infinite Galaxy. They can come in and ask questions. I have all the footage of the things that we did and strategies behind our plans and all that coming in forms of videos into the Galactic Geckos channel. Lots of interesting stuff coming in there. Everybody had a price in any year, Reikia. Everybody had a price every year. There is no such thing as people who... If you don't have a price, if you think you don't have a price, you've never been offered enough in a serious manner. Like... Remember that movie when a rich guy offers to sleep with someone's wife for $1 million? The moral of the movie. I mean... I know plenty of people that would say yes to that, and I know plenty of people that would say no to that. And I'm saying people that would say yes to that would be both the wife and husband, not only the person getting screwed. Not only the person not getting screwed in this situation. I know plenty of couples that would say yes to that, to $1 million. And I know plenty of couples that would say no to $1 million. And by the way, the right price is relative, right? Someone who's a billionaire, you offer them $1 million, it will not matter. But someone who lives under a bridge might do it for much less. China educates CNQ for when we enter Zone 2. We will be there today in Nebula 14. Nice, Waffle. Very nice. Which area are you going into? We've taken a little bit of zones out there. The husband said yes, but he lost his wife. Not necessarily. In that movie, yeah. Technically, both are getting screwed. Again, it's all a matter of relativity. Remember, you can get them at 400 gems a pop, 60% off. I buy these, but I'm in no hurry right now. I don't really need that many 24-hour shields right now, and I won't need more than what I have for a little bit. So I'm going to be more picky about it. But every time I see an army expansion for 50% for 1,500 gems or a 24-hour shield for 400 gems, those are insta-buys. Insta-buys, guys. Don't think it twice. 1,500 gems for a 50% expansion and 400 gems for a 24-hour shield is just buy them. Just buy them. You will need them. So I'm going to skip this 600. But if it was a 400, it was like a no-brainer. It would be an absolute no-brainer. We're in a union with FMD and friendly with KRA and hot, so we might move between FMD and one of those alliances. Okay, Waffle. I see ya. I see ya. We've been just making sure we got the buffs we're looking for and just chilling. Any alliances that want to come in can come in, do their thing. And have to figure out eventually who are the alliances that are a little more serious in zone 1 and who are the ones that are dying, so we can start farming their like AFK people. There's a bunch of AFK people that we can just go farm for resources. Yeah, it depends on buffs. Yup. We're trying to secure, we have secured some good buff areas for our alliances and need to figure out how we can squeeze who is it? NC. Who is it that we're squeezing? Let's see how we can get them a couple of buffs for themselves. KRA is right next to us. I find it hard to maintain 2 accounts on Rise of Kingdoms. It is not easy. It is not easy at all, actually. I don't think it's why one of them is more in focus to me than the other usually. It's just a flip between the two. Minamoto 5511 and Tao 5111. Is it okay to use them? Minamoto, I would try to buy one more bundle, maybe. Tao, not really. No. Yeah, Nadia, I feel your pain. My jumper account was completely AFK for a few months till I decided to reboot it. Let's see, who were the guys I was talking about? Squeezed right here below us. NCR. NCR and KRA came in a little bit into one spot that we were building towards. And so we had to talk to them about that one. And other than that, like, we're gonna have to see how we can squeeze one of them down there with a little bit of buffs for them too. Again, I learned in Rise of Kingdoms, you know what I mean? Like, I learned in Rise of Kingdoms. Been there, done that. If you kill your kingdom before KVK starts, then when KVK comes in, your kingdom sucks. And we don't want to do that in this game. We want to build our nebulas to be prepared for nebula versus nebula when that happens, because it will happen. It's natural way of doing things. The question is whether people can be bothered to stay bored long enough until the cycles begin in these games. Because when you're the new guy, when you're the pioneers, the people who are in the game before there's even a nebula versus nebula yet, then your wait time for action and for things to do are drastically higher than others who came into the game later on, joined the game after it was more established. So we need to figure out how we keep everybody like enjoying and engaged in the game while not killing our own nebula and building together to figure out how we build a strong nebula, right? Crafted the Hammer of the Sun and Moon. Of course, no crit. Howlead, I thought you were selling your account. The Hammer. Nice. No crit. Boo. Are this game dying soon now? I don't believe this game will die anytime soon. I do not believe this game will die anytime soon. Chat, we're 17 likes away. 13 likes away from 150. Come on, boys and girls. Definitely smash that like if you're enjoying the stream. Satisfaction is sky high when we get there, though. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we can get to a point where everybody works together, that's all that matters. But I have a feeling. I have a bad feeling about the intentions of some and of others. I have a bad feeling about the intentions of some. A lot of people are very nice and calm, but we're gonna see how the contest for the middle is gonna go. She withdrew last moment. That sucks, Khalid. That sucks. My baby girl Zenobia sitting here resting after going through a struggle of a KVK. A struggle of a KVK for this girl that, you know, funny enough, right? I literally never used her before this KVK, right? Never used her before this KVK. She has 2.47 million kills, okay? I never used her before this KVK. To give you a little bit of context, Richard has been around on this account almost from day one. Our first legendary commander to expertise, right? So he should have a lot of kills technically, right? 10 million kills. She has a fifth of the kills my Richard has, and Richard's been with us from the beginning. Waffle, I do. Down below in the description, you'll find our community, and you can catch me. I think you can find me there as well in the description down below. I do have a Discord. There it is. That's the Discord right there, actually. Waffle, believe it or not, I know a lot of alliances that are trying to keep themselves away from us knowing about them. I know a little bit of stuff. I can see when someone's trying to snake me. And I can see when I'm getting ignored. And I can see how easy it was to get a hold of a lot of people when things got a little more serious. People are afraid with the power imbalance that your stream creates for the GG community. The thing is, I'm not trying to create a power imbalance. That's the crazy part, right? Like, I've not lied to a single leader out there telling them that I'm literally looking to work with everybody. Like, I've had people think that I'm trying to deceive them or I have a strategy to fight everybody else. And I know that a lot of the big alliances are in cahoots with each other against us because they think that we're going to turn on them at any point, which I find hilariously funny because I've never really, you know how hard I work to keep my guys back from just doing whatever they want to do. I could literally tell GG, yo, open season on, let's say, KRA right now because they took a spot that we wanted, and all 5 alliances would have just gone after KRA nonsenselessly, right? Like, we don't want that. That's not what we're looking for. And I can see things. I know, Waffle. I wasn't born last night. I wasn't born last night. I was not born last night, my man. I can see things. I can see things that people think I don't see, but I do. I also sense when people are trying to just be nice to me because they think that we're like creating a crazy imbalance, and they don't want me to or us to unleash on them for no real reason. They're trying to get all together so that they can push us back in theory, but there's nothing to push back. If infantry focused, do I want 5 infantry armies Is that a good thing? I think that you shouldn't go 5 archers infantry. I think you should go 3 infantry, 1 cavalry, and 1 archers. I don't think a main should have 5 of the same march, just so you can kind of like unload a little bit and get some extra commanders to do a little bit more. With your YSG, for example, get some archers, with get a little bit of the calves just to have them available. KRA helped boycott your GG3. Nobody boycotted our GG3. Nobody boycotted our GG3. The thing is, when you build 6 alliances, eventually, you know, people will decide not to play the game. I see all of the alliances losing and gaining members every single day, and we're trying to maintain 6 of them. We're trying to maintain 6 of them. 5 of them are in zone too. 5 of them are well over 100 million power, you know? In Dragos Nebula, we had wars a lot and nobody quit. Wars are all healthy as well for full peaceful. A full peaceful nebula also doesn't work. It'll not be a full peaceful nebulous, Christian. I can tell you that much. I have no doubt in my mind wars are going to break. And I have no doubt in my mind that we are going to have to eventually figure out who is doing what. I have no doubt in my mind it's going to happen. But you shouldn't be looking for wars. We're not looking for wars. We're not actively looking for wars. This is actually backwards. Wow. We're not actively looking for wars. If they come, they come. I don't mind. We can unleash the beast. That's completely fine. That can happen too. But I don't want it. I'd rather have a fully peaceful nebula and struggle for 2-3 months with a fully peaceful nebula and just build up. Then when KVK happens, when nebula versus nebula happens, have everybody hungry to kill. Then have everybody still holding a little bit of a grudge against each other for a war that happened a little long time ago, you know? I don't know what they think they did to GG3. I don't know what they think they did to GG3. But that's fine. Again, I wasn't born last night. I'm being nice. And we're being diplomatic. But I can see who is just smiling to smile while plotting the backstab. I can see it happen. I can see the power challenges happening right now too. But that's okay. If we war, we war. It's just how it goes. Again, I'd rather build a nebula without a warring among us early on. But it'll happen. It'll naturally happen. It will naturally happen. I'll tell you this, as far as I'm concerned, my stream power imbalance, whatever you want to call it, should apply to all of Nebula 14. I want to use it to make Nebula 14 strong. I don't really, again, if I know that I have good allies and that these guys are serious about maintaining a friendly relationship, one where we all get to push towards the end game, get to play, get to do our thing. I don't care who is part of it. For all I care, it can be every single alliance in that nebula, or it can only be the GGs. I would rather it be everybody. I'd rather it be everybody. It's why when KRA came down to the bottom, we didn't challenge them too much. And when they now literally planted a outpost right in front of our faces, we still haven't reacted to it. I told them very clearly that we want that outpost, and they understood it, so that's a good thing. I've never BS'd anyone, so if they want to know, they can come talk to me. I don't have enough time to plot strategies and care for it much. Alex, it is a struggle indeed. Where's Larry? I have no idea. Who's the king of Nebula 14? There's no king yet, KM. We haven't even gotten to the middle yet. You know, I would assume that at the end of it, there will be a rotation among the top alliances for leading Nebula 14. I just can already see the fact that the rest of them are ganging up on us. So at the end of it all, they're going to want to do, it's us against you, what do you want to do kind of thing. Which is a shame. Because we won't be too intimidated if it's like, you know, all the other top alliances against us in a crazy war, then it is that, right? But if they all want to sit together and work together and figure out how we can all benefit, it's going to be a fun kingdom. Did they remove the outpost? Not yet, Nadia. I told them that we're not in a hurry with it yet. But I'll tell you this, whenever we need it, we take it. I'm ignoring your comment? Nope. Oh, you're not wrong, ESS. I forgot about it altogether. I do want to make that video. To be honest, most of them are okay with you. Just someone getting big out of their boots. I don't know why. And trying some unnecessary deals. I don't know why. I don't know why they'd want to do that. Because no, you're not going to force our hand in any shape or form, right? Like, if it comes down to all of the GGs suiciding everything we have to weaken the rest, it'll happen. It'll not be fun, but it'll happen. Like, so we lose the war. Oh no, right? Like, but I'm not looking for it. I'm not looking for it at all. I know there are people trying to do snaky moves behind the scenes. I can see it. I can literally see it. I can see a leader of one alliance not replying to me for days, but when I say, yo, we're about to take you guys by force if you don't reply, all of a sudden he's replying. It's like, hey, I wasn't born last night. I know you're talking to others. I'm seeing screenshots of the conversations that are going through. You think you're the only one who has spies in my alliance? Just your new players who migrated? I have no idea who the new players who migrated are, you know? We can take a quick peek. I have no clue who came in. Not Caps. Biggie came in from Kingdom 59. That I can tell you. Khalid is now here too. Nice. I don't know who all came in here that weren't here before. I'm not gonna lie to you. But a bunch of folks are very, very low in power. And cloudy. I don't know who the people who migrated in here are. There's Rex. Back to 100 mil. I'm the only loser below 100 mil. I mean, I'm not the only loser. There's literally like only like 56 people above 100. And 173. Brawny shot up to 98. Disturbed to 97. Damn, Daniel. I'm literally the only one who just stayed at the 80s. That's some rip right there, boys. Oh my goodness. We'll fix that. We'll fix that. I'm saying we gotta fix that. Oh my lord. Find me Bax. Find me Bax. Tell me Bax is anywhere near me so I feel good about myself. If there he is. 88. Okay, well, once I heal my hospitals, I'll get close to him. God damn it. Whatever, bro. Content? Nah. I don't want the content. I want the content when we wreck King... And let's set a time. Yes, ESS. You're right. I'm gonna talk to you tomorrow about it and figure out exactly when we're doing this. Am I liking Infinite Galaxy? I am. It's free-to-play friendly. Very free-to-play friendly. A lot of folks are really enjoying it as free-to-play. I'll tell you this. I'd rather have the content when we all together do Nebula versus Nebula. I would rather have that than have the content right now of fighting my own Nebula for no reason. We did it in Kingdom 58. We did it in Kingdom 59. It's all nice and dandy. And then you get destroyed. Not in 59. In 58 we did it. And then you get destroyed in KVK and it's no fun. If High and who were we at the time? SOC. If High and SOC hadn't dueled each other out for first place on Who Rules Kingdom 58, like a month and a half before KVK against 50 and 59, we could have stood a chance against JWM. We lost a ton of players to a migration out of 58 when a fight that happened before that caused migrations out, right? Our KVK could have been so much better if SOC and High didn't have a civil war, right? So it's the same concept here. I'm trying to take the things we learned from Rise of Kingdoms and bring them into Infinite Galaxy. But again, that doesn't mean that we'll bend over. Most are okay with you. I read it. Cool. Waffle, I'm down. I'm totally down. Waffle, you can probably, you can literally look in the Discord and I'm at the top of it. I'm the lizard. You can PM me there. Just let me know who you are, what you are. And I'm down. I'm totally down. I'm looking to build a community in Nebula 14. I'm looking to build a place where a bunch of us can grow together, build a crazy community, and then work together to destroy other nebulas. I feel like our nebula has a lot of potential. And I'll tell you what, the multicultural mix in our nebula is what's really key. And I think that is a very valuable. One of the main reasons I didn't just go balls to the wall against KRA is because I legitimately think that they can be a great addition to an overall very successful Nebula 14 if they can fight during their uptime and then we fight during our uptime and there's middle grounds in between where all of us work together. Then we can sleep while they hold the ground and we can hold the ground while they sleep. And then when both of us are awake, we can all do crazy things together, right? Like the number one thing that was very harsh in this game is the fact that Koreans have different time zones than we do in 401. And so when they were at their peak, we were at our worst and the other way around. Did you try Infinite Kingdom? I didn't. Lots of 401 there. Yeah, Death Squad swears by it. And wherever Death Squad goes, Squad obviously goes with. And so he likes the game a lot. It's a mix of Rise of Kingdoms and Lords Mobile, and I'm not too keen on it. I'm not gonna lie to you. All these castle building things, we've been doing them for castle builder games. We've been doing them many a times. This is why I like Infinite Galaxy, because it's very different. It's much more complex. It's very different, and it's a different change of pace. It has a little bit more complexity to it, which made me choose it over Infinite Kingdom personally. How did Squad start? I'm pretty confident Death Squad just started a group in 341 and then got more and more people in. See, that's what I'm saying, Waffle. Waffle, message me on Discord so I know who you are. Message me on Discord, yeah, please. I think just, the Death Squad decided to build 341 and they built 341 and the squad just came to be. I don't think there was a particular moment in history in which crazy thing happens. I can tell you, for example, a lot of the leadership of Squad are ex-196ers that joined 341. From Motive to Cam to Nyx, who are three leaders in Squad. They all came from 196. Some of them were leadership there, some of them weren't. But yeah. Squad just became a thing and kept growing as time went on. Try Infinite Kingdom, you'll got it. I don't want to start a third game. I really don't. I don't have time for a third game. If I start a third game, I might not. I mean, again, if I quit my job, I'll start a third game. But at this point, I don't have time to breathe. At this point, I don't have time to breathe. It's 1:45. It's 12:45 a.m. by the way. And I just keep delaying. I mean, I'm not gonna go to work tomorrow. I still got work to finish here to catch up. You're Australian, but a lot of Japanese and massive presence. Cool. Cool. I've been opening Japanese Pokemon cards lately. We got our Pokemon channel coming up. Tons of TCG on it. I actually pulled this bad boy yesterday. Japanese card right there. Yeah. Nice little full art trainer. I believe this is Shiny Star V. And show you guys a little bit of another sneak peek from the Pokemon channel coming up. We're already working. We've already started recording it, but you know what I'm saying? We're getting some Shiny V Pokemon cards. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna see all of these and much more in videos starting, I think, tomorrow. I think that tomorrow we'll release the first video, and then I'll announce the channel and start like doing work to promote that channel too. But yeah, chat, we're doing things all over the place. We pulled some exciting stuff. Can't tell you that much. Do I even sleep? I very rarely do. Yeah, Ali, that's a huge problem. I have sleeping issues on top of everything, so it makes life much harder. I don't sleep, Ali, and it slowly is killing me. And that's not even like an exaggerated statement. It is literally slowly killing me. Not very good. Not very healthy. Definitely something I need to figure out what I'm doing with. Yeah, did we hit 150 likes? I'm pretty sure you guys already hit it, didn't you? You did. You guys are sick. 153 likes on this stream. That's not bad. But listen, boys and girls, it's been fun. Did you hear what Chicken Nugget said about JWM? Who Chicken Nugget? You mean Nugget from Kingdom 50 from 254? I heard a little bit of what he said. I didn't listen to the whole podcast yet. I mean to sit down and listen to it when I do work, either later tonight or probably tomorrow. I haven't had a chance to fully listen to it. I heard snippets and things because people sent me timestamps of specific things they wanted me to hear. But listen, chat, I'm gonna head out of here. It's been a slow stream today. Nothing very serious. We didn't do too much. Nothing going on. But it's a Wednesday stream. We got to figure out how we get the drinkage going. There it is. Yo. How we get the drinkage going again in the Wednesday streams. That'll come up very soon as well. But for now, I appreciate you all for your support lately. We've been up and down with the views and channels and videos and all that. After KVK, things died down a little bit. We're going to ramp it back up. Some content that you guys have been asking for, including a Zenobia video coming out, how to beat Zenobia, some commander pairs you should think about and things like that, and why said commanders are very important. A bunch of things coming up in this channel. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, become a member if you feel like it. And we have a merch store down below. We have our Discord down below. We have so much down below. The new channel, Galactic Geckos, we're trying to take over space with a bunch of people from Nebula 14 and much more. But for now, take care, have a great rest of your week, and I will see you on the next stream. Tomorrow we're in Galaxy, we're in the space, in our space shoot. You want to be there. You definitely want to be there. Take care, have a good one. Peace. See ya, and thank you again. You guys are awesome. Later.